Hey guys, so sorry that this podcast is coming up a little too late. I had to do a lot of editing on this particular project and figure out what we're going to do with our next podcast coming up. Setting up times that the skits can actually come in and be energized and do all that and working with my schedule, but we're finally back and we're gonna do it. That being said, that there are a little bit of inaccuracies in this podcast because it's been out like very, very late. Like we shot this in November, and now that I'm putting this up, it's like January 30th. So it's a little bit inaccurate. Like for one thing, Disney Plus now has a continue watching feature, even though for some reason, if you watch like, I don't know, 2 seasons of The Simpsons, the rest of the continue watching kind of goes away for some reason. Nonetheless, they do have a continue watching feature now on their platform. So when I talk about that, they didn't have it at that time in November. So a little bit of inaccuracies there. That being said, we're going to try and put up more podcasts up for you guys throughout the rest of these weeks. So if you see a big influx of podcasts, that's why. We have, at this moment, I'm editing 2 new podcasts for you guys. And the third one kind of seems like we're kind of finally hitting our stride. Like we're not going to have any more pauses or anything like that. But as for now, there's going to be a little bit more pause in our podcasts, especially this one and the next one. But next time, the third podcast, which will be coming up in 2 weeks, hopefully, will be 80% of the pauses will be gone. So hopefully you'll look out for that. And yeah, there's still some great commentaries in these new podcasts that will be coming up. And yeah, get ready for the new podcast to be coming up. That being said, on with the show.
Hey there, Chief. Dennis Farina here, and welcome to JSYK with the Dennis Farina. Just so you know, I'll be talking for most of this.
I don't think so. This is the Cage Man, on Caged, Uncaged podcast with your main caster, Nicholas freaking Cage.
Now, I gotta wonder, and I'm sure you do too, how this midge named Nicolas Cage thinks he can be uncaged.
Who is this midge you're talking about? It's the Cage Man. How do you not know this?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, guys, it's
Right.
our podcast. It's D podcast
That's
with your
right.
main bros slamming skits.
Well then, just so you know, I'll be leaving for most of this.
Not D's podcasters. Dun 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 dun. That's America for you because it's almost Thanksgiving.
That's right. Happy early Thanksgiving to all you folks out there tuning in tonight.
Happy
Thanks
Canadian
for joining
Thanksgiving.
us. Yes,
Wait,
that as
that
well.
was last month. So happy
Whoa,
late Canadian.
sorry.
Happy late Canadian Thanksgiving. Happy
Yes.
early American Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving all around.
You got it, Chief.
I'm Slam and this is Skits.
Welcome to the next episode of
D
the podcast.
where we just talk about random bull
D
crap.
podcast. You got it. Shall we begin talking about the bullcrap?
Indeed. Hendra, how's your life been?
Well, let's see. I've been studying my butt off.
I can tell.
Had test after test after test. Got another test coming up next Friday. Got a project in one class and a project in another class and a project in a third one. And then there's tennis.
Yes.
I've made some very close friends in the process, which is cool, but still,
I've also made some friends, but continue. I'll get to mine later.
Alrighty. I was just gonna say that I've met some cool people, men and women both, that is, in my classes, and it's really made college a lot more enjoyable for me. Not gonna lie.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I've haven't, you know, spent money or gone guitar shopping as much. I've been more comfortable and okay with just being in Auburn and on the campus and, you know, doing things with friends and studying. And I think my quality of life has improved because of that. So I guess life for me is good and bad at the same time, you know. How about you, Chief?
Well, kind of the same. I've had a lot of projects.
Oh,
However,
wow.
I've been keeping up with them. I
Oh,
got
good.
I got most of them done already. So
Well done.
yeah, unlike the hand dryer, who's just like, duh, all these projects, it's weighing me down.
Well,
But anywho,
they're not due yet anyway. So,
I made a lot of good close friends as well. Dated a lot of
well
women.
done.
I'm a dude. I don't know like what's going on or if this is sexist or whatever. If it is,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
apologize. But dude, I don't understand what it is. And it's getting a little personal, but just the mere fact of like back in the day, I was like a really shy like kid who couldn't get a date at all. Now I'm just getting like so many dates. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I'm
that's good.
honestly I'm thankful to God and all that. And I don't care if that's whatever, but
I don't
yeah,
think
I'm
that's sexist at all.
no, I don't think that's sexist, but anti-religious or whatever. But I'm thankful to God
Ah,
that I have so many prospects of dating now. It's
excellent.
unbelievable.
It's
Like I'm
good.
comfortable in my own skin,
Yeah.
probably due to
Mm-hmm.
D podcast.
Yes.
D
The
podcast
podcast,
really helps, honestly.
you got it. Nothing like a good podcast to ease the nerves of life.
YouTubing, and also I think I finally know what I'm gonna do with my life.
That's good. That's always good.
Yeah, which
Having a plan.
I think I'm going to start my own Sorry, I think I'm going to start my own company with landscaping and
Cool.
putting up Christmas decorations, which I love
Huh.
Christmas, so that is
I
really
do
going to
too.
help,
Well, I hope that goes well and
hopefully. And we'll.
wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year while you're giving them decorations and whatnot.
I'm not going to give them. I'm just going to
Or
like put.
sell them or whatever.
I'm not going to sell them. Well, I might. I don't know. The plan is to
Hmm.
just like mow their lawns, trim their bushes, and put up their decorations.
Ah,
Because where I live, there's a lot of people who are unable to put up their decorations and all that, either for like I don't know, lack of help or disability reasons or whatever. So I figured, hey, there's a need for here. Why not do that? Also, speaking of which, there are like three landscaping companies that are like the owners live like near in my like cul-de-sac.
really?
So I'm like, there's obviously a need, and if they can afford to have three companies like in my cul-de-sac, I figured, hey, there's got to be a need somewhere for this.
Yeah,
So why
the
not?
demand is there, I'm sure. You're right.
Especially if
Definitely right about that.
especially at half the price, because I'll just be me.
Yes.
Anywho,
Huh.
that's entrepreneurship right there.
You got it.
That's what
That's
America.
exactly right.
That is what America stands for, as the
You're
eagle
right.
from the Muppets would say. I love that.
Exactly.
All right,
Cool.
so let's announce a new segment. We're just
Or
keep on.
should I say two new segments?
Well, no, not yet. That one's gonna be at the end, but there
We'll
will be
save that
two.
as a surprise.
It is. There'll be two new segments on this show. We're just keep on adding segments and just seeing what sticks and what doesn't. But
You got it.
it's just hilarious. It's just hilarious.
Yes.
So This one is gonna be on. I'm gonna make a video on this. I've decided. We're gonna make a video on the streaming wars
All right,
because
that'd be
and
good.
and the late night wars. There's a lot of
Oh
wars
wow,
that goes on in media, and it's
the
I think
late night wars. I
yeah
like it.
that's hilarious. It was a late
Yes.
night wars between Jay Leno and who's that guy? David Letterman. Yeah, there was like a late night wars between those two. That was.
Huh.
I just found like all these wars to be hilarious because really it's nothing, and yet people build it up to be something.
Yeah, it's like rap battles or
Yeah, pretty much.
rap
Or
rivalries.
WWE.
Yeah, you could even go that far with it.
WWE rivals. That's I don't know.
Yep,
I think those types of rivalries are hilarious because they mean absolutely nothing, and yet
I agree.
sorry if I offended anybody, but they literally do. To me they like are nothing.
I
So
agree.
today we are going to review apps. This new segment called "What's App with That?" It's very
Great play on words,
it
by
is
the
a
way.
very very cheesy play on words.
It sure is.
May not stick, but that's the segment for today. While the hen dry eats his funyuns.
Uh, Funyuns. Where are the Funyuns?
I hear a bag crinkling in the background.
You hear a rapper on a jewel case
Oh,
in the background.
so you're smoking now?
No, no, not that jewel. Like the jewel case that you put a CD in.
Ah, well there you go.
I don't vape.
Good. Vaping will give you lung cancer faster than cigarettes, apparently.
Yeah, I believe that.
Even though it is cool and hip, man. It's gonna make you die, man. So I don't do it. Anywho,
Yeah, man,
that
man.
there's a story with that. There's a story with that, but probably won't get into it. So let's go with
Yeah.
what's app with that?
I
Where
like
we
it.
discuss apps. This app we're going to be
All
discussing
right.
today is the first app in this segment, and that is what everyone's talking about, Disney Plus.
I knew it.
Yeah, duh. Why would you not be talking about Disney Plus when Disney Plus is out?
I mean, I've been talking about it with some of my buddies even.
You don't have it, do you, son?
No,
Of
but
course not.
I have had friends that are talking about it with me.
Yeah, everyone's getting it. So, okay. You know what Netflix looks like, right?
Yes. Yes, definitely.
So, imagine Netflix, but Disney-fied.
Right.
And you have Disney Plus.
Yeah, I can
So,
see that.
so here's the difference, though. There's a few differences. Imagine the layout of Netflix, but just add Disney Plus, and that's it. So, thing is, so here's the good that comes out of that. It's a
Sure.
familiar design. You get like instead of I guess nowadays with Netflix, you get like these tabs that are like TV, like that are shaped like a TV, I guess.
Right.
Oh wait, no you don't. So Netflix, you get these um posters, right? So you can click on these posters and you get your show and all that. Same thing goes with Disney Plus.
Right.
Ex- Except now they're like pretty divided. Where if you want
Huh.
your exclusive Disney stuff, you get your Disney stuff. You want your Pixar stuff, you got your Pixar stuff. You want your Star Wars
Huh.
stuff, you got your Star Wars stuff. You want your
Heard a
Marvel
lot
stuff?
of people. Mm-hmm.
Oh, hang on. You got your Marvel stuff, you got your Marvel stuff. You want your National Geographic stuff, You got your National Geographic
Really?
stuff. Yes. So talk
Huh.
about what you wanted to talk about when I cut you off there.
Oh, no, you're good. I know that a lot of my friends in my classes were talking about it. They got it mostly to get the Star Wars.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Yeah,
That is the okay, so as of this recording, The Mandalorian was released on Disney Plus on November 12th, the first episode, and
right?
I'll have a review about that, but that's the biggest, it's like a big draw for Disney Plus. Seems like the guys, of all who I've talked to, the guys love the Mandalorian. That's the thing that they subscribe to it for. And the girls are more interested in like the old school cartoons, like Alice in Wonderland or whatever.
Oh,
They get all the Disney, like the old Disney cartoons, which let me tell you about this. The content on this thing is glorious, man. They
really?
have destroyed the Disney Vaults. The Disney Vaults has exploded onto this app.
Really?
You get literally everything on this app.
So this is like the end of the era of buying a Disney Blu-ray or something in the store,
That is the case.
even.
I'll dive into that.
Wow,
I'll
that
dive
makes me
Actually, yeah.
feel
So
old. Makes me feel old.
yeah, I have a feeling
Wow.
that it's according to experts on this. Disney won't stop for like 5 years, but it's estimated. But yeah, the movies, like buying movies in a Walmart or anything like that, that's kind of in the past. Like more and more
Yeah.
stores are kind of using the space from movies for other things. Like it's getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah,
It's kind of sad because I love my you know, media that I can hold in my hand.
I agree.
However, I don't want to be carrying around like 40 pounds of DVDs everywhere I go. I want
Huh.
to just have the app where I can just watch it, you know?
Yeah, just buy them used. Have yourself a tangible collection,
Yeah.
and then
I'm gonna
have
buy
your app for practical stuff.
my suggestion, buy as much as you can because they're going to be going away very soon. It's
I
the
believe it.
it's the start of the streaming revolution, my friends. And
Yeah.
Disney Plus is a key sign with that.
Hmm.
Because not only do you have you have every single animated movie on Disney Plus. Oh, plus
Good one, Maine.
plus you have a lot of the older cartoons like
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie, that's on here.
Oh, cool.
Like and they were going to apparently sources were saying that they were going to like edit racist parts of animated movies like Dumbo with the crows and
Ha ha.
Peter,
Oh yeah.
Peter Pan with What Makes the Red Man Red
I
song.
forgot about that.
Yeah, they were going to edit that to take it out of the
Oh, God.
movies.
What makes the red man red?
Yeah,
Oh,
It's
Lord, that's
both-
good.
it's both hilarious and kind of
Yeah.
cringy at the same time. But
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
So
Oh, wow.
they were going to edit it where they weren't in the movie anymore, which would compromise the integrity of the film.
Right?
But they've heard the cries of many people, and now they have just a disclaimer before the movie saying like, due to the times, this movie may incorporate racist imagery. Viewer discretion advised. And that's all you need.
Yes.
That's good.
That's good. Some people appreciate it for what it is
Yeah,
in a
like-
positive light,
Yeah.
and if you can't deal with that, then you know it's coming, and then you can skip through it, I guess, when it shows up.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't want to be triggered, hashtag triggered,
Yep,
then they don't have to watch it, which is good.
that's
I
true.
like there's a lot of film like there's two things that I go about this. One is the study of film itself. Like
Right.
Dumbo and Peter Pan are like a staples of film, and they have
Yes, definitely.
some people need to study it. And if they compromise the integrity of it, then it's like editing out blackface in the jazz singer. Even though blackface is wrong, it's the first ever talkie. So, and believe it or not, film students have to study the jazz singer. So, if you cut out blackface in the jazz singer, you won't have a movie.
Yeah, you're right. That's
And
pretty critical in itself.
the second part of that is like if we don't know about the reasons why those things are bad, like the crows in Dumbo and What Makes the Red Man Red song, if we don't see them and make a judgment for ourselves, we won't be able to learn from it and like be able to not be racist in modern lives.
Yeah, I agree.
It's sort it's probably not not this extreme, but it's kind of like, not talking about Hitler in World War II. You got to learn from the horribleness that Hitler created in World War II in order to never ever do it again.
I
So
mean,
history doesn't repeat itself.
after all, Disney covered that too, with the Donald Duck short.
Yeah.
So, is that on there as well?
Well, I didn't see that. I didn't really look for that, but yeah, I don't know.
I think that's
So
on YouTube though.
it is probably on YouTube. Also, A Song of the South, which is arguably Disney's most racist movie,
Yep.
which I don't necessarily get, but I guess I can see why people are mad about it.
I mean, it comes from the premise of the storytelling of it, being like a African slave, in the plantations
Yeah,
of the South,
I'll probably make
telling
it.
the story,
Yeah,
Uncle Remus or whatever.
yeah. I'll probably make a movie based on. I'll make a review based on this, but like, I think it's probably because
Yeah,
Disney likes to like sugarcoat history. Like, oh,
yeah,
these slaves they're fine. They're telling stories about like the rabbit and all that, and it's Uncle Remus. He's fine. He's not like being whipped at and worked in the fields. It's all fine. Maybe that's it. But anyway, that's not on there.
they didn't put that on there.
They forgot to put that on Disney Plus.
I have a feeling they purposefully didn't put it on.
Honestly, if you're a fan of Star Wars, you can go on to Star Wars. Actually, since they acquired 20th Century Fox, they added like other Fox properties onto this,
Really?
which I thought was just going to be like Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar, National Geographic, but there's a lot more than just that.
Yeah.
They have the Sound of Music on there, which
Huh.
I didn't think they would, but they do. I was like, "Oh my gosh, the Sound of Music is on this thing?" Yes.
Huh.
And
Well,
let's see what let's see there's also also the claim to fame here. All 30 seasons of The Simpsons is on there too.
The Simpsons, yeah? How about Family Guy?
Oh gosh, no. Family Guy is not on. No, my gosh.
No? Oh,
No.
yeah, that's a given. I
Like
can see why.
even Avatar, like the blue Avatar is on there. I was like, what the hell? What the hell?
Huh.
This is like there's a lot of cussing in that movie. How do they like allow this to be on there? But
They can't put Family Guy and put a disclaimer like this is for mature audiences only,
well,
or 18 plus or something.
here's the thing. Disney Plus is kind of like the kid family app,
Oh, okay,
and they
okay.
have Hulu for that. Disney owns like 90% of Hulu now,
Of
so
course.
they're going to have
Good Lord, they're
yeah.
they're starting to get into that Microsoft monopolization territory.
Yeah, the trusts are kind of eyeing them a little bit since they acquired
I bet
Fox and all
they.
that. But however,
Yeah, I'm sure.
however, so Disney Plus is going to be family oriented, whereas Hulu is going to be like
It's
family
everything,
family to rated R type of stuff like Netflix and all that.
but not rated X.
No, I don't think so. Like
Oh,
I think Showgirls is on there, which that is rated X.
oh.
So
Well, I
there
know
you
what I'm watching.
go. You know, it's terrible, but anyway.
Ah,
So that's the good. Let's talk about the bad about this app.
sure. What's bad about it?
So, unlike Netflix, you don't have a currently watching panel,
Oh man.
which makes it very, very confusing. Like I don't like I'm watching Rebels, right?
Right, right.
And trying to watch it and trying to go away and do like life stuff, but then I come back and I don't know which episode I'm on.
Oh no.
Like I gotta write it down because I don't even know. It's kind of horse crap, honestly. Like I can't
Yeah.
I don't know. I just keep on forgetting. Like I have to memorize the episode and then
Huh.
like go back to it, like search for it and then scroll down to go watch it again.
Hmm.
And there's like 4 seasons of it, which I know, like white problems, but I mean, come on. That's kind of like a given there. Also, what they kind of take it from Netflix is they don't like one of the bad things Netflix does is they don't market their like new releases well.
Yeah.
Like I don't know when The Irishman is going to be on Netflix, and I really want to watch that. I think it's on next Friday, but that's because every time I have to go on the app and see when it's coming out.
Yeah.
There's no like
That could be annoying.
yeah, there's no news. There's no news or anything about it. Like, oh hey, The Irishman's up. There's no like, there's not even I don't know. There's not even alerts on your phone where a
Wow.
new thing's on there. And that's the same with Disney Plus.
Huh.
Like I don't know when the next episode of The Mandalorian comes out. Like the first episodes came out in like Tuesday, but then a
Yeah.
second episode came out Friday, which is today. And I'm like, what the heck? How did
Huh.
I not know this? What?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's horse crap.
That is horse crap. I agree with you there.
Yeah. Also, unfortunately, I have to go on and like search for things. I don't even know.
Yeah.
There's some things that they don't have on there due to like rights, I guess, because Netflix still has
Yeah.
some rights that
That
they're
makes
holding
sense.
on with like
Right. I would imagine so.
yeah, they still have the rights to show like Avengers Infinity War and all that
Ah.
and that type of
Okay.
stuff. But they don't have
Yeah.
other things like JoJo Circus. Remember that Disney Junior episode like show or whatever?
Oh yeah, yeah. I totally forgot about that. But yeah, I
Yeah,
actually remember my sister watching that sometimes.
yeah, they don't have that on Disney Plus.
Darn,
Like,
I forgot that even existed until you mentioned it.
yeah, I mean, it's not a big loss, but I mean, if you're going to have like, I don't know, Doug, the
Huh.
show Doug on there,
Yeah.
I mean, JoJo Circus would you can put on JoJo Circus.
Do you have a liking for that show?
I mean, I want to watch it, so
Ah,
I guess.
okay. I mean, it's
I
nothing too special.
I remember it was on when when I was a kid, but I didn't watch it. I watched The Big Comfy Couch.
Yeah, that's what I watched.
Yeah. So,
That and Bear in the Big Blue House.
oh yeah, guess what? Bear in the Big Blue House isn't on there either.
Bruh, why?
That's a that's a Disney show. Like what the heck? What's up with
Oh
that?
yeah, yeah it is.
Yeah. So, and that's a good show. What the heck? I want to watch that show. It seems really good.
Well, I guess the only bear we're gonna see is Brother Bear
I guess. And Brother Bear
on Disney
too.
Plus. And yeah, no, as said by the moose.
Yeah. The
I don't know why I remembered that.
the Canadian
So
moose.
random.
Al-
Oh yeah.
Also, there are just two more things. One, Phineas and Ferb. I was watching Phineas and Ferb, and
And it's out of order.
their episodes are out of order. I'm like, what the heck?
You're right. You
Roller
were like, what the heck?
Roller Coaster. Like Roller Coaster is the first episode of the entire series,
Yes.
and it doesn't. It's like in the order of like episode 4 on this show, and I'm like, what? What? No, that's not right. Also, do you
Huh.
know aspect ratios?
Somewhat.
You know,
I don't have them memorized, but I know how it works.
you know, like 4:3 and 16:9 and all that.
Yeah.
So 16:9 is what you normally watch, like in modern times, with like all the
Yeah.
other shows and movies and all that.
Yeah.
4:3 is like the ones where you get like the like black bars on the sides because back in the day in the 90s, every show on TV was 4:3, and then they started to implement 16:9 slowly but surely until
That's
nowadays
because
everything.
how TVs were made back then,
Yeah,
that they weren't the widescreen shape.
yeah. So The Simpsons, the first 20 episodes, no, the first 20 seasons, my bad, were in
You're good?
4:3,
Yeah.
but they stretched it to where it's 16:9 now. And
Oh no.
there's part of the top and the bottom that are kind of out of screen. I mean,
Hmm.
you can still make it out. I don't really have a problem with it, but I've heard a
Yeah.
lot of people having a
Uh,
problem with it.
I bet.
And I mean, normally I would be like, yeah, that sucks. Like, I hate that when there's like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, I can't see like parts of it, but it's
Hmm.
the earlier seasons are just so flimsy and kind of like flopsy and all that. Like, I don't
Yeah.
really technically mind that.
Yeah.
It's not a
I get
huge
that.
problem with me now, but I just watched like one episode. It was Bart versus Thanksgiving or whatever.
That sounds like a 90s Simpson episode if I
It,
ever heard one.
it is a 1990 episode of The Simpsons,
Oh
so
wow.
yeah,
That's like OG.
it's like very, very OG. Anyway, so yeah, they have like there's that, which not necessarily bad with me, but I know a lot of people are like horrified by this. Also, I wish that they would have like a Fox like a module or like
Yeah,
other
that'd be good.
yeah like an other module or whatever where
Yeah.
I can see like everything else that they have on there like Avatar, The Sound of Music, The Simpsons movie.
Huh.
Like the Simpsons movie's in
Nope.
there and I didn't even know. Like I had to search that stuff.
Huh.
But
Well, maybe, a lot of these things that you're mentioning, I'm thinking, if the people who have designed this software are smart and, they're not just the typical STEM student who does well on the tests and can't do anything in real life. God, those make me cringe.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, I
if
mean
they're smart, then they'll probably listen to the concerns of the people and they'll make these changes because that's how you're gonna get more sales.
yeah, I mean Bob Iger's really smart and I think
Oh, good.
I think he took the criticism of like, editing Dumbo and Peter Pan and all that to heart and he implemented that, which is good. But
Well, that's good. Yeah,
I mean
definitely.
I don't know. Just these things are kind of like elementary. Some of these
Right.
things are kind of elementary, I guess. And some things I don't really care about, like The Simpsons being whatever stretched out or whatever, which that's whatever, I guess. But these other things are kind of like white problems, but they're still like easy fixes. Maybe they'll implement it,
Yeah.
but Bob Iger was like he was putting like his whole full force into this thing. Like that was his pet project.
Huh.
That was the thing that he was working on for like 2+ years.
I bet.
I would think that he would probably implement that a little bit more, but whatever. So all in
Huh.
all, this app is this app is really great. So you should go check this out.
I
But
just might. I think I'll take a look at it
all in all, I give this
for
app
sure.
a 80% out of 100.
Okay, that's a good starting point.
Yeah, it's a fantastic starting point, especially since Netflix has like I think it was 157 million users like around the world,
Yeah.
and like HBO now has like 7 million, but that's not including
Right.
like you know, um people who subscribe to it through the TV and all that, cable
Yeah.
users.
Yeah.
Disney Plus on its first day had 10.5 million subscribers, and that's
Huh.
very impressive.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, like a CBS All Access, which has been out since like I don't know, for 2 years now,
Yeah.
is barely scratching 5 million. So
Oh wow.
that is very, very good. Disney Plus,
That is impressive. They
Disney's
made a
probably like
lot of money.
yeah, Disney's probably like showering with their cash flow.
I'm sure.
They're
I'm
just
sure they are.
Bob Iger's like impressed, I guess. He's like making snow angels with money now, just like making it rain.
He's taking the Scrooge McDuck approach, you know.
That's what people are saying.
I'm
Good for
sure
me.
they are.
Anywho,
I knew it would be.
also, just so you know, DuckTales, the 1990
Oh.
show and the 2017 show is on Disney Plus. So, yeah.
Yes!
Yes.
That's good.
It is good.
That's
all,
good.
all the Disney afternoon shows are on there. I'm just like, yes. Gummy bears.
All right.
Streaming gaming
Oh,
gummy
man.
bears. Thank God. Kim Possible's on there. Yo.
Huh. Wait, really?
Yes.
I might have to go watch some Kim Possible just for the nostalgia, because my sister was in love with that show almost as much as Dora.
I'm in love with this show.
And I'm gonna go watch that awesome episode where Ron takes Kim to the prom and they actually kiss, and it's kind of cool
Yeah.
because
That's the
he
movie.
finally got out of the friend zone. Yep, you're right. That was the movie.
Indeed. And the movie's on there too. Also, season 4,
Is Shigo on there?
Shigo.
Yeah.
The heck is that?
Uh, well, shows what you know about Kim Possible.
Oh. I guess so. I don't know what Shigo is. Oh, wait. Is that
That's
is
a
it
character.
Oh, yeah. That's the
The green girl.
the green girl, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I haven't watched it in a while because the DVDs cost like $50 and there's no streaming.
Fuck.
Yeah,
$50?
Yeah, $50 for like season 1. I'm like, nope.
Wow.
This is like the first time ever that the entire series is streaming on one platform, so I'm down
Huh.
with that.
You know, I think this was a smart move
It
for them to create this.
Oh, it was. I'm not saying that. It's just, some things could be better than others. Anywho. Now, we've talked for like 30 minutes on Disney
we
Plus,
We sure did.
but it was a glorious 30 minutes. Now
For
we're
you,
gonna-
at least.
I mean, for you too, because you were like, duh, I'm gonna watch Kim Possible.
So it had glorious moments, we'll put it that way.
Indeed. Well, get ready,
So-
because next week or the next whatever podcast, you'll be picking the app. So get ready for that.
All right, cool.
Anywho, now it's time for best and worst. This is the part of the episode where we talk about our best and worst of anything in the world, media-wise.
Well, or other
Media-wise and object-wise.
anything wise.
Anything-wise.
Pennywise.
Pennywise.
You know, actually, it seems to me like you went first last time. I think.
I'm a gentleman.
Yeah.
I'll concede. Why don't you go? Because I like department
Sure.
stores. So
You got it. Appreciate it. Today, mine of choice is the best and worst department stores, including stores that are gone. So,
oh gosh.
the best for me is Target.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, you seem shocked by that.
Yes. Let's elaborate on why Target is the best department store.
I like Target because, it has this more upscale feel. It's like, imagine you go to Walmart, but it's a bit more sophisticated, and the clothing options there are nicer. Now, I will say the groceries maybe, or at least the beef that I bought from Target once it wasn't the best tasting, but I got the chuck steak, so what do you expect, I suppose. With that being said, I also have so many fond memories of, going to Target with my family as a child and getting toys and board games and video games there, and hell, now it's just funny to see how Target has a self-checkout. I mean, dang, I remember an era when Target didn't have a self-checkout. And, it's just good memories, And it's a pleasing place to shop. If we look at Target from, a corporate business standpoint, maybe it's not quite as competitive up there with Walmart and, of course, Amazon, but they're not really a store unless you count Whole Foods, but that's beside the point. And of course, Target had to shut down operations in Canada, which is unfortunate for them. But I like going to Target. Sometimes you have to drive a little further to get to it, but it's usually worth the trip. It's a very nice place to be, really is. And that is why I picked Target.
Well, honestly, I would think it was the exact opposite. I thought it would be like kind of a cheaper version of Walmart, honestly.
No, I think Target's usually a more it definitely feels like you're in a nicer environment when you're in the store, to me at least. It always has.
I don't know, because for me,
depends on the Walmart you're comparing it to, though. Walmart, is like, it seems like Target's consistently good, and then Walmart's, sometimes like the Auburn Walmart, it's great, or you go to the Gainesville Walmart and it's like, oh god, what is this?
yeah, but I don't know. It's just Target's, I guess, a little better than Walmart, but it's not by much. Like you said, the grocery section is terrible. I think the movie section is
No, not necessarily. Well, you have to remember. Are you comparing it to the Gainesville Target? Because that's like a small Target.
I'm comparing all the Targets I've been in, and all the ones that I've been in, mostly been in Gainesville, but I've also gone to Target in Detroit and other places. And
you gone to the one in Flowery Branch?
Yes.
Okay, that's a typical Target store, I think. So
yeah, I don't know. It's just not I don't know. It's just
Don't like it as much.
I don't like it as much. I like red. Red's my favorite color. I like that
Yeah,
aspect of it, but comparing all the departments, like there's in Walmart, at least you have like huge spaces where you get all your stuff. Some might be crappy, but others are like
that's the
good,
thing.
I guess. But
See, for
Target,
me, oh,
like
continue.
Target is like I guess it has a pretty good clothes section, but all the other sections
It does.
like the grocery section and the movie section, and especially the toy section, is like not good. Like they don't have a good selection.
In Target, you don't think they have a good toy selection?
Oh no, gosh. I mean,
I always thought they did. I got
on
a lot
on
of toys at Target.
I mean online they have good toy section, but I don't know. Like especially recently, their toy selection has like dwindled. I mean, they've got some good toys, I guess, but not like you know, it's not. I don't know. I don't know why I'm not drawn to the toy section of Target as much as the Walmart section.
Huh.
I don't know, but I never really had a connection to Target as much as you have.
Fair enough. Fair
So
enough.
yeah, there you are.
Hmm.
I
You
guess
know,
what?
I'm reading something now, funny enough, that Target in this case has lower prices than Walmart.
Well, that's interesting.
And here we're getting here we're getting an account where the food in the grocery section is worse at Walmart. Huh. I'll
Oh,
test that theory. I may try getting some more meat at Target and see how it does.
yeah.
Just I'm
I'm gonna
not gonna get any more chuck steak.
I'm gonna test this theory out as well because you've kind of I never that's not my go-to store, but the times I've gone in haven't been quite that great. But I don't know.
See,
I guess I'll
I'll say this though. The one thing that Walmart has as an advantage over Target to me is being open 24/7 for most of the stores because
that's the thing.
that's a nice benefit. If Target adopted that, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if they will. I don't know if they have a big enough customer base for that. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's always a thing where if all else fails and I need something, I go to Walmart.
yeah.
So
Any
that's mine.
I,
What's your top pick?
well, I'll just end with this. Since
Sure.
you've said that, I think they probably treat their like employees a lot better because Walmart's
Yeah,
notorious for like treating their employees like crap.
seems to be the case.
I even know this one guy who works from 11 to 7 a.m.
Oh,
at
really?
Walmart's. Yeah, and he every time he comes to class, he's just like piss poor tired. And since Target like
Huh.
closes, I guess I don't know when it closes, but whenever it does close, I think
Usually it's like 11 p.m.
yeah. So because they do close, I think they treat their customer like their employees a lot better. So good on them. Maybe I
Yeah,
didn't give them a lot more credit. I'll test out that theory. Anywho,
definitely.
my favorite department store of all time opened up both past like deceased department stores and current department
Oh,
stores.
I
Kind of
have a
changed it
feeling
up.
I know where this is headed.
Well, if that was the case, I would have chose Toys R Us.
Well, talk about Toys R Us then.
I don't know. That's kind of like a meme. I'll choose Macy's.
Macy's, okay.
Yes, because now
Good
there,
choice.
regrettably, there are not a lot of Macy's department stores today. Like,
Yeah, not as many as there used to be.
yeah, like there are none around me, and I know there's none around you.
There actually are some around you. There's one at the Mall of Georgia,
Oh, really?
and
Oh, wait.
yeah.
Maybe there is. Oh, yeah, I guess there is. I didn't even know. I
Forgot
didn't.
about that
I
one,
guess
huh?
so. I totally forgot about that.
You're closer to it than I am if I'm back in Georgia.
Yeah. Well,
But
anywho.
for me, yeah, I'd have to go either up towards Atlanta or go to Montgomery.
Yeah. So,
There's not one in Auburn. I wish there was, because I'd probably shop at it.
yeah. So anyway, Macy's is probably Macy's has had a very very rich history in
They
America.
have. They really have. You're right.
They've Nowadays they mostly sell like perfume, which is crap, and
Huh.
clothes, which is crap for me. But
Oh, I see what you mean.
the Macy's that I've seen, the ones that I like the one that I've been in, and the one that I want to go to, which is in New York City. That
Oh, that'd
those
be cool.
Yeah, those have like a multi floors for more and more stuff. Like they literally have everything, but it's like a this one I think is a better Walmart because this one, even though it's in a
Hmm.
mall, even though it's in a mall and they mostly market toward like perfume and clothes and crap that I don't
Yeah,
like
it's more of a clothing store to me.
nowadays, but back then they had like literally everything. And even today they
Ah,
still have a lot of good stuff.
like
Macy,
I don't think I could go into Macy's and buy a TV or something, you know?
I think you can. Like I know they
Not
have
that I remember.
like on the lower level, like I don't know, like this Macy's, you got the lower level which is mostly like clothes and perfume and all that stuff, but on and beds and whatever. But on the top floor you got like toys, you got some TVs, you got some grills, got a little bit of everything. Is it as good as like Sears when it comes to electronics and all that type of stuff and like motor vehicles? No. But
Huh.
I think but it it just when I think of a department store, I think of Macy's because Macy's has everything. And
Right, right.
even though they don't specialize like they specialize in clothes and perfume, but they have everything. Like Sears, I guess back in the day had everything, and even today when you go to it, whichever one still exists, they have everything. They just specialize in their own particular thing.
Yeah,
Macy's,
I think looking at the Macy's at a Herald Square that you're talking about in New York City, that is, I think, a bit more of a special case compared to your traditional Macy's store at a shopping mall in your region. Um, but that one in particular, it does appear to have maybe it says electrics. I'm guessing that might be electronics. I don't know. Uh, Still looks like it's more catered for clothing and apparel stuff, though.
yeah,
But
but you know,
nonetheless,
Sears has Sears is more developed with the electronics and all that. They even have
or they were.
events, and
Yes, that's
yeah,
true.
yeah, they're more in line with like clothing and all that stuff, but they have other things. They just
Right.
don't really like list them, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, they are also responsible for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Which is pretty cool.
It is. It's the biggest Thanksgiving parade in all of America and the most publicized.
Most definitely.
So yeah, like two, two of the biggest broadcast stations, NBC and CBS. They host that thing every year. By the way, go to NBC to watch it. Duh. CBS, like NBC, like they broadcast it like at the Macy's department store in New York City. CBS kind of like
Huh.
they have the unfortunate they have the unfortunate fortunaticity, I guess, of having to record it like in the middle of their march.
Oh, wow.
So they can't do many of the um performances like NBC can because it's right in front of the Macy's department store. Like most of the time they just wave and all that. Like the stars just wave, they don't really sing, and that's it.
Yeah.
Plus the anchors who are on CBS who do this are atrocious. Every year I watch it. And every year I'm just like, what the heck? You've missed your mark with all that. You paused it. You were supposed to talk, but you didn't. Like, you joked around. You got names of floats wrong. You got the names of balloons wrong. What the hell is wrong with you? What are you doing?
Huh.
I know it's
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, but you're at the parade, okay? It's one of the biggest Thanksgiving things of the entire day,
Yeah.
second only to football.
Right.
And, I mean, holy crap. What are you... I'm pretty sure you got your family, like, courtside seats to this,
Yeah.
like, parade. Why aren't you... My gosh. Anyway. Yeah, that's why I like Macy's. Macy's, even though it's clothes and all that, you can have pretty decent clothing. And the history about it is pretty good. I recommend you go and research it. I'm not going to go into
Really.
the big detail about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they sell more than just clothes.
They do.
Especially if you go on their website, I guess you can get more stuff. Anywho,
Right. Right.
and that's it.
Hmm.
That's my favorite department store.
And that was a good choice.
Now, onward to country songs. Best and worst of country songs.
Amen. Amen.
This can range from folk music
Like
to
bluegrass and shit.
bluegrass, range from country rock, pretty much
Yeah, brother.
anything country.
Dang.
And my favorite
Yep.
country song, at least this time, there's a lot. One of my favorite genres is country music,
That's true.
simply because it just screams America,
It does.
I guess.
It definitely does.
Um, it's not my favorite genre, but
Yeah.
it's a really really good genre. I really like country music. And
I do too.
my favorite song, at least now that you ask me, is Old Town Road by Lil
Ha!
Nas X. Here's why.
You know, that I never thought of that as a country song, but I guess it kind of is. If I would have considered that, I probably would have picked that, but
Yeah,
looks like you beat me.
it is a country song, and here's why. People don't think it's a country song because it's got rap in it, it's got like funky beats in it that country music doesn't really have, but the themes of country music are in there. Okay? It's like cheating on your woman, like
Huh.
like big trucks, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, like the music itself isn't necessarily country, but the words they're talking about are extremely country. Like,
Oh yeah.
like the music is more along the lines of rap and like all that type of stuff, hip hop. But the,
Yeah.
especially the one with Billy Ray Cyrus, I consider that like there's a few different mixes, if you can believe it.
I believe it.
Yeah. So there's one that's just him. It's not really that great. But the one with Billy Ray Cyrus, I think, kind of completes the song. I think that's really, really good. And
Yeah.
there's one that has two other people in there. I forget their names. But there's this other one that has like Billy Ray, Lil Nas X, and two other people. One's a woman. And I swear, like, the woman who sings her parts is like the catchiest part of the entire song, in my
Yeah.
opinion. It's like hold up, let me tell y'all something. You can't tell me nothing. Like no one says no one ever says that. Like I was like, "Oh my gosh, that is ingenious." All the
Oh
other
yeah.
all the other mixes have like um you can't tell me nothing, but not let me tell y'all something. That is hilariously like ingenious. It is like
Yeah, it
mind
is. You're
blown.
right.
And
Huh.
the way she sings it as well is just absolutely wonderful. I don't know the name of this person, but it's got four singers. It's the best mix of it, I think. I highly recommend you go listen to that. Anyway,
All right. I will do that.
there's been some controversy around Little Nas X with the Country Music Academy or whatever not
Yeah.
accepting him, and
Uh-huh.
it's mostly because if you look at the lineup of country singers, they're mostly white. They're mostly
Hmm.
men. There's some women in there, like Carrie Underwood, which I think is
Yeah.
the my favorite country singer.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Yeah, but yeah, there's no like there's like one black person in all of it, and that's sick. That's sick. That sucks.
Yeah.
Like this,
I guess there aren't too many in that cultural community that seem to like that kind of music. Maybe
even
we'll see
though
more of it, but
that country music is kind of trying to sway more toward like hip hop and rock.
yeah.
Like this is too radical for them, and they won't like country music now. I can go into this, but I won't. But country, I'll just say this: country music nowadays isn't country music like back in the day. It's changed,
No,
and
it,
this
it definitely has.
and the fact that they won't accept this song as a country song is just
Huh.
it's because he's black. I'm just gonna say it. Also, I think
Yeah.
it's because he's gay. He's come out as gay, and
Oh, really?
I think it's also due to the fact like they want straight white people, and he's not like
Lil
that.
Nas X is gay?
He is.
I did not know that.
I don't know. I mean, he's done some other songs like Panini, which isn't country at all. It's just a straight up like pop song,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Huh.
He also does some great things on YouTube. Like he has
Really?
Chowder singing Panini, which is
Oh,
hilarious.
wow.
And I think he's had done some other thing with Old Town Road. Like he has some other cartoon like singing it, which was hilarious. Oh no, I think it was a Flapjack. I think
Oh, wow.
singing Old Town Road, which was hilarious. Anyway, I love this song.
Huh.
I consider it a country song. People think of it as a meme song. It's got that meme. It's got that meme quality, but
I think it's really good.
I
I
think
I
it's good
do
as
like
well.
listening to it.
I think it's good as well. Like whenever I'm like down or something, or just want to listen to some music, I'll just put on a Old Town Road because I think it's got a catchy beat. It's
Yeah, it does.
It's Billy Ray's greatest song he's ever been associated with. Even
No
Achy Breaky Heart.
longer no longer the one hit wonder.
Yeah,
He's now the two hit wonder.
yeah, that's unfortunate, but
Finally. Finally,
took him
Billy.
like 30 years, but he's finally done it. And just by
Yep.
riding the coattails of another guy. And also, his story, Lil Nas X, his story is pretty inspiring. Like he was like a TikTok guy, but then he like
Oh, really?
I guess yeah, he had like this song, and then all of a sudden like he blew up, and now he's like making actual hits that are like on Vivo, Vimo, uh, and getting like actual records being produced and all that. I think that's inspiring. So good for him. And that's it. What is your favorite country music or country song?
Mine is actually probably not very well heard, and like you were just saying, it kind of goes into that country pop rap kind of mixture, but It's called Country Folks by Bubba Sparks, Colt Ford, and Danny Boone.
I have not heard that. Please elaborate.
Uh, it's very upbeat. It's got an acoustic guitar in there. Got some slide electric stuff. We got some fiddle playing in there. Uh, I like it because I don't know. It's mainly for the upbeat vibe it gives off, but also the what they talk about, something like country folks, bet something in gravy, something the good Lord maybe, an old dirt road will take you home kind of thing. So, I like that. Not that I live down a dirt road, but I do live kind of out in the countryside. So, well, not in Auburn, but back in Gainesville. So, I and my ancestors and relatives are all, some of them are more country than others. So, I kind of has some heritage ties for me and stands for what I represent.
Interesting.
Give it a listen. It's really catchy. I used to, when I first discovered it, I would listen to this dang song on repeat for my trip to Publix and back. It was that good.
I will give it a look.
Do it. And that's really all I've got for mine.
Okay.
So, with that, let us move on to the worst of the department stores.
Indeed. Let's go and
Take a guess what mine is.
Sears.
You got it.
Are you
got
serious?
It, Chief. I'm dead serious.
Sears is you love Sears. What the heck? What is this?
I know. That's kind of part of it.
How is that your least favorite? Oh my gosh. This is news to me, folks.
It used to be
That was a joke.
No, that was not a joke. It used to be a store that I really liked, and I liked going into it because of the convenience. Kind of in the similar way that Radio Shack was. I used to be able to go to the mall back in Gainesville, and, I could actually go into Radio Shack and buy electronic component parts, like capacitors and resistors, but they decided they were going to focus on the sales of cell phones, and that royally screwed them over. But I'm not going to talk about them because they're not really a department store. Sears, so I'm not going to go into Radio Shack though, because that's not really a department store. Back to Sears, the comparison here being that, you could go in there and you can buy, tools like power tools and hand tools and lawn equipment and, even like pneumatic compressed air powered stuff that was, decently built. Craftsman is a good brand and it's still around, and thankfully they sold that brand and now that's its own thing, and you can still get Craftsman stuff in other places like Ace Hardware and Lowe's in particular. So you can also, back in the day, and I hate that I was never around to see this, but you could buy televisions at Sears. You could buy video games and maybe even computers. Hell, Sears had a deal with Atari where Sears would actually rebrand some Atari products under their own line, and they'd call it the Sears Telegame system. And it's the exact same thing as a run-of-the-mill Atari 2600, but still it's just stuff like that. The whole Sears Telegames setup, it's pretty interesting. Um, of course they sell clothes and bedding stuff, and I don't remember the clothes being that bad. I don't think they were, like what you can get from Belk or Kohl's, but they were okay. Probably on par with Target. And the reason that I say it's the worst is because of that they had such a great market share and they had a lot going for them. And personally, I feel like some of their products were a lot better than what you could get from Walmart. And, you know, the guy, I think, who was running the company kind of ran it into the ground by making poor business choices, and it forced them into bankruptcy. And you could kind of see it going downhill because you'd go in the store and, the service would be kind of crappy. Although, I will say the service at the the tool department was actually fine. I didn't have an issue there, but they were kind of they didn't seem to care about their customers a lot when you went to get clothes or something. And for stuff like that, and just a lack of presence and advertising and marketing, and a lack of customer care, that stuff adds up. And hell, if Walmart's doing better, to me that's sad, because I would prefer Sears to Walmart, even though you can't buy food at Sears. But like you were saying with Macy's, you can get more than just clothes and apparel, but more so than Macy's.
Yeah.
It's and just to see that the guy who owned the company, or no, he didn't own it, the CEO, who made such poor choices, it really kind of makes me not have a lot of respect for that company anymore. And they're even 10 years ago, I feel like you could go to a mall, or go somewhere, and there was usually a Sears store that you could go to. Hell, I think even Dahlonega, Georgia had a Sears at one point, but of course that didn't make it.
Dahlonega, Georgia. Now there's just a Walmart.
Yep.
We'll be talking about that soon.
And so I used to like going into Gainesville Sears. It was kind of a nostalgic thing for me. I bought a lot of tools that I have there that I've used for automotive repair. And hell, the Sears that was at Gwinnett Place Mall, that store was pretty nice and very big. And even the Sears in Alpharetta at North Point Mall, that one was pretty nice too. Hell, the first girl I kissed, I took her on a date in Alpharetta, and we went to Top Golf. Then we just kind of hung out at the mall. And I remember what we did was, she took me in the Disney store, and in return I took her into Sears to the tool department. And it was kind of fun. And we left, and I kissed her. And now she's married.
Well,
Not to me, but that's okay. I did not want to date her. Unfortunately, she's very, very nice, very great person, but
You still
At the
keep in
time,
contact with her? That's what all the
nah,
people want to know.
not really.
Oh, well, that
I mean, I
sucks.
I think I follow her on Instagram. That's about it.
Oh,
Um,
well, that's sad.
yeah, she unfortunately, to me at least, I didn't think she was, my type for multiple reasons. I think she's kind of improved herself in some areas, now, and I just think that wasn't she just wasn't the one for me, but that's beside the point. You know, for all these reasons, that's why I think Sears is probably one of the worst because they were such a huge giant. Like, if you go back to the 80s and the 70s, you know, going to Sears is synonymous with what we'd say about like going to Walmart or something. But, that ain't the case anymore. Sears is kind of gone. The one in Athens is the only one I even know of that may even still be open anywhere near us. So that's my worst pick. How about you?
Well, I had to do a little bit of research on this because I didn't know that this was actually a retail store,
Oh,
but
really?
it is. Oh, it
Oh boy.
is.
Oh boy.
My least favorite department store is Radio Shack.
That they consider that to be a department store.
That's what it says online. It's
Huh.
a
Well,
retail company.
all right.
But yeah,
I guess go for it.
so kind of the same with you and Sears. I guess back in the 80s, Radio Shack used to be this once great
Yep.
titan,
Yep.
but now it's
Oh yes. It
awful.
was it was like a miniature version of going to Fry's
Yeah,
at one point.
which I don't really like.
Was
I don't really like.
pretty sick.
I don't really like fries that much either. But I mean,
Yeah. At
fry.
least it exists.
Yeah, like not necessarily like a guy who would make a circuit board, but
Oh yes.
yeah, but Radio Shack to me, I mean, it used to have great things, but
It did.
but back when I was like born until like most of the locations died, and there's still locations that are still open in rural areas,
Yeah. There are still a few left, but
and
they're
there's
it's like franchised.
yeah,
It's not
and
a corporate store.
although there is a online Radio Shack that is still up,
Yeah.
and
Apparently there's a Radio Shack location 30 minutes away from me in Auburn. I may have
well,
to check that out over the weekend.
yeah, well there you go. Anywho, they're still open. They still got a like a .com website, so there you
They
go.
do. They got bought by Sprint, actually.
No,
That's what happened.
they got bought by General Wireless IP
Yeah,
Holdings.
there
It's
you go.
probably Sprint. I don't know. Anyway,
Believe it is. I think so.
anywho, so I don't know. It's just the point of like, why would I want to go? Like, what is it offering me nowadays? Like, from the time I was
Yeah,
born until now, it hasn't had anything like drawing anybody to it, you know? It's like
yeah.
what is in there that's different from Walmart's or Amazon or anything online? Like what is the difference? Why it doesn't have a lot of cheap products, like not cheaply made, but like cheap in price,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have a lot of it doesn't have like great customer service or anything, or like things you can't like necessarily get from other places or whatever. So why should I go to this place? You know,
Yeah.
that is the biggest question because fries. I don't really like fries, but at least you can get like stuff to make your own circuit board where you can't go online necessarily, and it's got
I
like a
mean,
cheaper. I mean, you can go online and get it, but it's like super hard to like find the right one that you need.
No, I think it's probably the other way around,
Yeah,
actually.
well, never mind then.
If we're talking about, building, electrical circuits, take it from the electrical engineering major. I love Fry's for its convenience and its you know, extreme variety of products that they sell, but you can definitely find certain parts online for as much as half the cost for some stuff. But and not to mention there are websites like there's one I like called Mauser.com, and they're based out of Texas, and they have just about anything you could imagine as far as that stuff goes. But that's all they do is they focus on, electronic components. Like they don't sell, like phones and tablets and computers and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean,
And I get where you're coming from though.
I don't know. I mean, at least I guess if you are a not necessarily tech or I don't know. I don't have the right way to say this. If you like holding stuff in your hand and like knowing that this is the right thing,
Yeah,
Fries
yeah.
is at least Fries can do that for you.
You can do that. Yeah,
Radio
you're
Shack
right.
can't do that for you.
It could, just to a lesser extent.
I
But
guess, but yeah.
like
So
I said before, the biggest issue with Radio Shack was they they've put too much emphasis on, the cell phone industry,
yeah,
and that's good if you want to sell cellular devices and stuff, but that wasn't Radio Shack's focus as a company. It never was.
yeah. I remember back in like '80s commercials, they were selling like all this electronic stuff, like
They
remote
sold
control
like
cars and all that
yeah,
type of stuff.
they'd sold that up until probably the 2010s, like the early 2010s. I used to buy remote control cars at Radio Shack.
Yeah, like they were there. They just didn't like
They
promote it.
even
It was
they
terrible.
even had this one line that they actually kind of did promote, and they called them like zip zaps, I think. It's very similar to Micro Machines, if you're familiar with that. It's kind of the same idea, but
Yeah.
they had one of Herbie the Love Bug.
Yeah, I remember that. It was back in
They had
2006. I really
had
wanted that one, but
I have that one. It's still probably at my house somewhere. I got one that was like they had them for the movie Cars, like Pixar Cars.
oh
Like
shoot, I didn't know that.
I bought one of a Tow Mater. There's a Mater one. I'm sure there's a Lightning McQueen and a Sally. I might have had the Lightning McQueen too. I know I had the Mater one for sure.
Yeah.
Had a James Bond, Aston Martin. They had, some other stuff, but
Anywho, it
the
just
shack is just
it's a shack now.
it's
It's literally a
just
shack.
empty. There's an empty Radio Shack in the Auburn area, and I hate it every time I see it. I'm like, man, you know, go back like 10 years, I probably could have gone to that store and bought these electronic parts that I have to order now. And
Yeah.
see, that's what I loved about Radio Shack was it was so convenient. I could go just to the mall in Gainesville, buy fuses or capacitors or diodes or whatever, and then leave, you know? It's that simple. But
Yeah. I mean,
now I have to, if I want that, I have to either order it on Amazon and get it next day delivered, or I gotta drive to Fry's in either Milton or Duluth.
yeah. I mean,
So
there
there
was
you have it.
there's even one in Dahlonega, Georgia,
There was, yeah,
but
you're right.
all that's left is like the sign, and now it's like
Yep,
turned into this like independent pharmacy,
yep.
which no one, or a Domino's. I don't even remember. Maybe
It's a
that closed and
pharmacy.
like turned into a Domino's now.
I
I
think
don't
it's a
know.
pharmacy from what I remember.
Yeah, but now there's I don't know if there's a Domino's like now like right next to it, or now that's it. I don't even remember, but
Hmm.
Might be a Domino's, might be an independent pharmacy. The reason why I know it's a Radio Shack is because the sign is still on there. I don't know why they haven't taken that down.
Yeah, that's common. I've seen a lot of that too. A lot of abandoned Radio Shack signs.
Maybe there's some technology that they put on there that can't people can't take the sign off. Maybe the sign was like built into the structure. I don't know.
I doubt that. It's to me, I think it's probably for financial reasons.
Maybe I don't know.
Who knows?
Anywho, that's my least favorite department store. Actually, and it's said as a retail store, so whatever.
Yeah, there you
Anywho,
go.
onward to the least favorite country songs. My least favorite country song, we briefly discussed this. Achy Breaky Heart by Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh
There's
wow.
there's a lot of depending on who you talk to, there's a lot of bad country music. Some of which like I like Christian music too, all right? But some people complain about it like being tutti frutti, being like all Jesus is going to save me and all that or whatever, which personally I enjoy, but people don't. Same goes with country. Like people think, just sing about how America rocks and there's nothing going to happen to it, and that's a country song. Which, to be fair, that's generally a lot, especially when
Yeah.
9/11 happened.
Oh
But
yeah.
but there are some like honky tonk,
Huh.
badonk, badonka.
Badonkadonk? Is
I,
that what
I
you're trying to say?
I think it's by Tracy Adkins. That sucks.
Ha!
We are never
Ha!
ever getting back together
Oh
by
God,
Taylor
anything
Swift.
by Taylor Swift, yeah.
I I don't know why. Personally, I kind of enjoy it. It's a little guilty pleasure, but anyway.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Even though she's not gonna get into that, I got some opinions about Taylor Swift, but her music is pretty good.
It's
Anyway,
alright.
Achy Breaky Heart though. It's everything I hate about country music. It's just
Yeah.
if there's no substance to it, it's got a very, very like catchy melody, like too catchy to the point where I'm just like kind of humming it and it can't get out of my head, which I hate.
Uh, okay. I would disagree with you on that, but alright.
And
Fair enough.
the lyrics are just atrocious.
Yeah.
Mostly like another thing I like about country music is like generally there's a story element to it, but this is just like complaining about how Billy Ray, who's like this hottie back in the day, lost a girlfriend and they'll never get back together and his heart's broken. Aw, but
Oh,
he,
Bill.
aw, poor Bill, even though he's got like I bet he has a wife. I'm pretty sure he does because
Well, he did at
Hannah
one point.
he had to because Hannah Montana he gave birth to Miley Cyrus
Well,
who broke
yeah.
up with. Also, that's another detriment. He was not a good parent because she broke up with Liam Neeson over this
Oh,
girl, and now she broke up with this girl, and now she's alone. So, haha. She tried to clean up her act, but it couldn't be helped. She sucks.
ah.
Miley used to be good, well, better than what she's doing now. So,
Yeah, I think Disney Channel definitely took a toll on her development as an adult during
yeah.
her teen years, sadly.
Well, this
But
is this is it for Hannah Montana, but
yeah,
I think Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus was bad. I think afterward though, like Party in the USA, I think she found a little bit of her stride, and then she just lost it again when she started like twerking and like sticking her tongue out on stage and like shaving her head and all that. It was whatever. Screw off. Anyway,
yeah, yeah.
screw off, Hannah Montana. You suck. Also on Disney Plus. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
anywho, so Billy Ray's "Achy Breaky Hearts" is atrocious. It's not the worst thing ever. It's not the worst song ever. Like, I think the Christmas Shoes is like the worst song I've ever listened to in my entire life, but this is the worst country song I've ever listened to in my life, and I probably won't listen to it again because Billy Ray's in there. His lyrics are atrocious, suck, and the music is just not that great either.
Yeah, I agree. And now my least favorite is, that could be a lot of things. There are many country songs that I could go without hearing. For whatever reason, there's this one particular one by Luke Bryan. Now, with all due respect, he has some amazing stuff out.
He does.
Don't get me wrong.
I think he's gotten a little questionable.
I haven't
modern
really paid attention to what he's come out with recently, but
well, I have. He's gotten me and my friend kind of think he's kind of questionable nowadays. After like
was it Taglines and Tailgates? I think was the name of that album.
no, it was like Kick the Dust Up. After that song, it kind of like his career kind of went downhill because he started making comments, and his songs just sucked. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, it's called "I Knew You That Way." It's on the album. Which one is that?
I knew you that way.
No,
Tell me why. Ain't nothing but
not that one.
Okay.
I do like Luke Bryan. With all due respect, he's a good artist for the most part. I've got a few of his songs on my Hard Body Nation playlist, and
Yeah, I mean, I like Luke Bryan as well, but he kind of fell off the deep end after Kick the Dust Up, unfortunately. Like, that's
I
my favorite
suppose
song
he did.
of his, but
Uh-huh.
both professionally and like personally, he kind of went off the deep end, in my opinion.
Yeah. This song's on one of his, I believe this is, if not his first album, it's one of his older ones, the Tailgates and Tan Lines from 2011 with a Country Girl, Shake It For Me Girl. That song was on there. Really, it just sounds like a run-of-the-mill, slow, depressing country song. And, there are a lot of people that love this kind of stuff. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but,
What, me?
or just, I'm saying, maybe this is the kind of thing you like, or others like. Maybe it's not. But,
I know, large hand dry yawn there, because
that was
he's...
a hin dry yawn.
I don't know, I guess he's bored of Luke Bryan as much as we are.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Especially when I listen to this song, or, any slow, sad country song for that reason. I used to always get really annoyed when this would come on the playlist because I had it on there on accident. And I'd be like, oh crap, it's that one again. Skip. And really,
#skip.
if I want to listen to a song, I want it to be upbeat. And, sorry, folks. That was another yawn for Luke there. Yeah, when it comes on, I get, and I listen to it, it just kind of makes me sad feeling, and that's not how I want to feel.
#cringe.
It is a bit of a cringe one. So, plus it just kind of feels generic. And that is probably my worst.
Well, there we are, I guess.
You got it.
And there's yet another hand dry yawn.
Oh, wow. Man, Luke
folks,
Bryan is just killing me right now.
take some caffeine pills or something. I'm
I'm a
so excited. I'm so excited. I'm scared.
what what was that? Oh wait,
That
is
was
that supposed to be
the one and only meme from not Zach Morris's trash, but
Huh,
uh not that YouTube thing, but it
that
was
sounded like Rebecca Black.
no, it crap. What is that? Saved by the Bell. There we go.
Oh,
And I swear, take some caffeine pills. This is like your fifth yawn. What the heck?
man. That was the Red Bull. Here we go, folks.
There we go. It's a miracle. Anyway, now we're
Hmm.
moving on to YouTube reviews. I don't know what to call this segment, but
Hmm.
that was our best and worst, and now it's tubing it up. I don't know.
Tubing it up.
Tubing it up, where we
All right.
review YouTube channels.
Sure thing, bucko.
First was Nostalgia Critic, this
The
Fall of a Titan.
You mean the critic?
Critic?
Then it was
Criticking?
then we
it
did
was Gaming Historian.
Yep.
Today
And today,
we're going
tell
to
us
be
what we're looking at.
today we're going to be reviewing Super Carlin Brothers.
Super Carlin Brothers.
Yes, and that is the sound of the Hendry typing because he
You
has
got it.
no
He
idea.
he has an idea actually, but he
Oh.
wants a refresher.
All right. So
Right,
basically,
right.
yeah. Duh, right.
Dun, 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 dun.
So
Super Carlin Brothers.
I've been I don't know. I found them out as of this recording, I guess maybe a month ago or a month and a
Yeah.
half ago or something like that.
Sure,
And
sure.
I don't know. I've just been watching their stuff, and their stuff is very, very entertaining, and I don't understand why. It's like, I guess it's kind of like me
Yeah,
in
that's
a
what I remember
YouTube
you
channel,
telling me.
I guess. Yeah,
It's like something you were inspired by.
this is something that kind of I wanted this channel to be, but on a more grander scale.
Right.
But it's like them, like as of now, it's a YouTube channel where they just talk about all the things that they like. Like it's split in different sections. Like they talk about Star Wars, they talk about Marvel, they talk about basically they talk about everything Disney. They talk about the Pixar theory. That's their big draw.
Pixar theory, huh?
It's the theory that all the Pixar movies
Oh, yeah.
are in the same universe, aka the Pixar
Right.
cinematic universe.
Oh boy.
And then they talk about like Disney movies and all that stuff. Basically, they talk about every aspect of the Disney empire and Harry Potter.
Yes.
Everything in Disney and Harry Potter.
Wow.
That is, whoa. Yeah, it's kind of hilarious, but
And looking at their channel here, it appears that their most recent video a day ago is "Where did Yoda come from?"
yes, okay, so
And the thumbnail for that is pretty damn funny, actually.
yeah,
It's
and
like infant Yoda. Hell.
yeah, so this is what we're going to be doing here. So we're going to talk about their first video, talk about their most recent video, and kind of compare the overall channel.
So why don't you introduce their first video for us?
So their first video, it's a really weird it's a really weird
I mean,
thing because
It's just a teaser trailer is all it is.
well, yeah, it's technically their first video is the teaser trailer, but really their first video is like a message to the other brother. Like
Huh.
the Carlins are like there's three brothers, but the third brother is like I guess was in high school at the time, and I guess had bigger fish to fry in high school. I guess I don't know.
Nothing like frying a good fish.
Yeah, he's like incredibly younger than the other ones, but
Gotcha, gotcha.
so I guess Jay's the incredibly trendy guy.
Yeah.
He's he's pretty chill. He's pretty cool. Anywho, so
Yeah.
he's the oldest, and I guess he was a marketing major or something like that.
Huh. I almost dated a girl who was a marketing major.
I have dated a girl who's a marketing major, so yeah. Anywho, so
Cool.
this guy was a marketing major. He was in like all these jobs and all that, like he was marketing and all that, and he decided to make a YouTube channel like
Yeah.
really early in the day
Huh.
to like I guess in high school even like or college, and he had it. They have his whole like story like drawn out or whatever, drawing his life, which is pretty interesting. I suggest you check that out. But
Okay.
anywho,
Sure.
long story short, he started a channel that was like a vlog channel, and he kind of messed around with like getting more views than like than was needed, I guess.
Right.
Like he had his friends manipulate the videos. He didn't like endorse this, but his brother kind of like endorsed it. But anyway,
Oh.
they YouTube saw this and blocked his channel from ever getting monetized again
Oh no.
because he was
That's unfortunate.
it is. However, that's Jonathan Carlin. That's his like vlog channel.
Yeah, I saw there was a link to that.
Yeah.
I was
And
kind of curious what that was about.
you know Jonathan Schaefer's YouTube channel? Like his
Yes, I
videos?
kind of forgot about that, but yeah.
It is almost exactly like that.
Oh, really?
I'm 100%, 99% sure that he took the style from Jonathan
Yeah.
Carlin. Oh, that's probably why. Jonathan Carlin and made it into a Jonathan Schaefer video. Except his is boring and he never shows his face.
I thought he did. I remember
No,
he
me.
met up with that girl that he's friends with that he brought to what's
Barely.
it? His prom. Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah. Bar-
Attaboy.
barely.
Apparently
He barely put his face on it.
he's got a beautiful girlfriend right now, by the way. So hats off to that man for pulling like a beast, and hope
know,
he's doing well at UGA.
I guess begging and acting sorry for yourself all the time, I guess that works. So there you go.
Well, now that's quite a roast there, Chief.
It is a roast. Anywho. So, not to Jonathan Carlin, but to Jonathan Schaefer.
Ah,
Anywho. So, back to the Carlin brothers. So,
right.
he had his brother, like, move in with him because his brother was, like, in financial ruin, I guess, or something. And, he decided, hey, you can stay here if you A, pay rent, and B, be on my YouTube channel that I'm starting up again. And he was like, okay.
That's
So
nice of him.
it is. So they started like doing, so long story short, they started doing these videos where they would just talk back and forth. Like one day would be Jay, another
Yeah.
day would be the other one. Forgot the other one. Jay.
Pizza.
Now I remember it's Ben. Good job.
Ah, Ben.
Jay and Ben. Like first day would be Jay, second day would be Ben, and they would just talk about random bullcrap.
Yeah.
Like whatever the heck was on their minds. It was kind of a vlog, but kind of not. And the first
Hmm.
video was Jay introducing the channel in like 3 minutes, which is
Huh.
pretty nowadays kind of like monotonous monotonous videos, I guess. It's
Oh,
just
really?
I don't know. It's not the stuff that I would like to watch.
Uh-huh.
But now since they did like the Pixar theory, they've kind of expanded.
Yeah.
They don't do like that thing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They do new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. They have something to do with something Disney, like Marvel or Star Wars or animation or Pixar
Oh,
or the Pixar theory or Harry
have they
Potter.
have they even touched Donald Duck, the Nazi?
I'm sure they have. I haven't seen every single one of their
I don't
videos.
know. I feel like watching that. I don't know why. I may do that when we're done.
Yeah, they I told you,
Huh.
this is a great channel. They started doing theory videos, I think, in
Yeah.
season. They have different seasons, like or no
Hmm.
years, like Harry Potter, which is pretty good. Anyway, they have a year 3 or 4. I think they started to do exclusively theories, which is
Huh.
good.
That's your cup of tea, I
It
suppose.
is. It's entirely my cup of tea. Like their latest video, I think is a lot better than the first video. This video,
Yeah, I agree.
especially since Ben, he's kind of like Jay, I guess, even though I don't like trendy hipsters, Jay's kind of me, and
Yeah,
Ben's kind of like you, because
really.
he needed to come out of his like the first Ben video was kind of like him very shy
Oh, you calling me shy, son?
on YouTube, yes, but
I mean, shit, what about the Pennywise video?
I mean that was different. That's a skit. This is like you
A
talking about
skit's
your
skit.
as a skit. This is talking about your personal feelings about stuff.
Ah,
You
fair
had
enough.
you had to come out of your shell just like Ben.
Fair enough.
And this video, you can see Ben very much coming out of his shell. And there's
Well,
some
good for Ben.
yeah,
That's good.
there's some things I don't really that I kind of know that I
Yeah,
don't really necessarily like, but I forgive him for it anyway. It's kind of like them having jokes with the producers.
yeah.
That's a trend that's going toward like most big budgeted YouTube channels. Like the host kind of like goofs around with the producers like a blooper reel or whatever, but it's stuck like in the middle of mess around with the producers a little bit. They tell some jokes, which is all fine, but when they talk about the producers, I'm like, okay, that's kind of not necessarily my cup of tea. I like to have like bloopers at the end, but it's still I forgive them for that because they're really they have like fantastic charisma. I gotta say between each other, like they even have this um competition thing, Jay versus Ben. That's like they pick some random um quiz or whatever that they find online, and they try to solve every question on there. More than likely it'll be Jay, because Jay's like a human encyclopedia of all this stuff, aka me, because I know all this
There
stuff
you
too.
go. There you go.
And Ben's not necessarily that, but he gets a win every once in a while. And they've expanded to the point where they're doing like they're selling Carlin Brothers coffee, which I don't know, because rainforests mostly coffee mostly comes from like rainforest land, so I don't know how to feel about that. They haven't addressed that. It's kind of weird. But also they have not just that, they have their own jobs. Like Ben owns his own like aquarium like company, which is very highly expensive. Like he makes some great money out of that. And Jay has his own like still has his own like vlog channel. They does his personal vlogs and all that. Like he talked about like getting married to this one girl he met in high school, I guess. He like grew up with her, then they broke up, and went to different colleges, and then came back together and
Uh-oh.
were married.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's a great story. It's really
It
inspirational.
is. I agree.
Also, they had their first kid, and I think that he put up like his
Oh,
second
nice.
kid.
Ah,
Like he made a vlog about his second kid. I think they have
well,
two
there you
kids.
go. There you go. That's
Indeed.
good news.
This is a great channel. This is right up my alley. This is
Yeah, it is. I can tell.
yeah. So
Indeed.
also they have started to make their own movie reviews fairly recently. Like when
Really?
their first one was like Rogue One, I guess.
Yeah.
Talk about the good and the bad. They don't really give it a grade, which I don't necessarily get behind. I wish they had
Yeah.
a grade, but then again, you know, I know there's some people that hate grades online, and they're like, "Why did you give it a C plus? What do you think, it sucks?" And they're like, "No,
Well, it's subjective, you know.
it is subjective. Film is always subjective." So I get why they don't grade the movies because they don't want that backlash, I guess. But anyway,
Like us. Oh.
oh, anywho, and they also have a lot of guest stars on there too. Like they've expanded to get where
Huh.
to have like an actual crew. Their
Oh, good.
their third, like right around season 3 or I think right maybe season 5 or year 5, I don't know, but they started having their own crew. They started hiring people, and
Really?
just fairly recently they incorporated their third brother. Their third brother is now like
Really?
in
Nice.
more, yeah, he's in more of the more into the production as well. He's not like on screen, but he's like in the production, I guess, of it. Like fairly recently, he reads off the Jay versus Ben questions to the guys, the brothers. And all
Really?
that. So yeah,
Huh.
they're doing like these guys are honestly an inspiration. They are like they have their own swag. They go and they even go and watch movies, like have their own screenings with like their fans, and
Yeah.
I really enjoy that. And on top of it all, YouTube is not their only avenue of revenue. Like
Yeah.
Ben has the aquarium business, which honestly as well is still inspiring. Like what if YouTube like goes under like overnight and they can't get it back up? We don't know. He'll still
That
have
did
that.
happen once. Remember
It did happen once
when
but
YouTube just went down or something for
yeah,
like 20 minutes?
yeah, actually happened a couple of times, but
Oh, wow.
what if it never comes back up? He'll still have the aquarium business, and they'll still,
Exactly.
yeah. So, honest, like they're a true inspiration. I'll give this YouTube channel is fantastic. Highly suggest you go and watch it. Support them. They got their own Patreon and all that, and yeah, all their theories as well. They're not like bull crap like the critic.
The critic?
The critic nowadays. And yeah, I give this channel an A. Not an A plus because there's still
Yeah.
like some things I don't necessarily like about them, but they're minor and I like can get over it. They're truly an inspiration to the Linden right here.
I can tell. You know, for me, I'm gonna give it probably an A as well. And, you know, this isn't necessarily the type of channel I watch per se, but from what I can tell of it, and from what I've seen, you know, today and in the past, it seems like, you know, they have a good setup. They've got, you know, they've got good equipment. It looks professional.
Yeah,
And
you know what? You know as well. Here's another
yeah,
aspect of it. Okay,
sure.
They've grown.
They have. I can tell that they have.
Yeah, they actually like try their best to like grow and mature.
And they have sponsorship now, so
And yeah, they also have sponsorship,
that's
which
a
make
success sign.
yeah, which they makes them grow even bigger. Like even the critic. The critic has sponsors, but
Yeah,
he doesn't grow. Like his camera,
at
I
least not anymore.
his cam I don't know. His he grew in like season 6, but
Oh, did he?
yeah, because he has like an actual crew at
Ah,
season 6, but nothing else. Like he's just stopped. He doesn't,
oh wow.
and it's like he's up to season 11 now, and or season 12, and he's hasn't done anything different.
Huh.
Anywho, enough about the critic. Super Carlin Brothers, they're fantastic. They grow, they mature, they get better mics, better camera equipment. They have better ideas,
Hmm.
and they are, yeah, they talk about more than just movies as well. Like they talked about Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which is a play. They talk about
Oh yeah, I forgot about that play. But yeah, beside the point.
yeah,
What else did they talk about?
they talk about Disney Plus, like this Mandalorian video that they did,
Yeah.
and Harry Potter books,
Yeah.
some comics. Actually, also they talk about like comic history. Like there's one that they talk about with
Yeah.
comic history and all that. I think I figured out who they were from this other channel that I watch that talks exclusively about like comic history
Really.
and like does like the entire thing is like a production or whatever.
Hmm.
It's like dramatized and all that. It's a pretty good channel. I think I might review it
There you go.
after your turn. But anyway, yeah. Great
Alrighty.
channel. Good job, Super Carlin Brothers. Keep it up. Just like also talk about amongst yourselves about the coffee because I know it's big thing, but I mean I don't know about the rainforests. The rainforest might be suffering.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair
Just
enough.
discuss where you get your coffee.
Yes.
Like get it from America. Don't get it from like rainforests in Brazil or Jamaica or whatever.
There you go. Well said. Cool. Well, that's all I got for the Carlin brothers. How about you?
That's all I got for the Super Carlin
Super.
Brothers.
That's right.
Oh
My
yeah, they also have a
apologies.
gaming channel.
Oh.
Super Carlin Gaming. They mostly like it's mostly like let's plays, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you just watch them play Pokemon
Oh, wow.
Pokemon games. I think
Huh.
there's some
Man.
like super like Mario Karts. I think that's played on there as well. Like
Oh, yeah.
Mario's played on there and Pokemon's on there. It's not as successful, but they
Yeah.
still do it.
Hmm.
So, good for them.
And now,
Anywho,
that brings us to the
theme
next
park
segment.
reviews.
And today's theme park review is the very famous Harry Potter ride at Harry Potter World in Universal Orlando
Indeed.
at the Islands of Adventure.
Harry
The
Potter,
original Harry Potter World, not the new part.
yeah. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. What's the new park?
The new one's remember in the you take the Hogwarts Express
Oh, the
over
new
to the
ones?
other park, and that's the newer part where you go to Diagon Alley. No, 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 that's in the old part. Oh, what is that? Oh, it takes you back to London, technically. That's what it is.
Okay. I didn't know. I thought they just made that like together, but okay.
No, they made the Diagon Alley part in Islands of Adventure first. Then they built the London part later.
Okay. Well, that makes, I guess, a little bit more business sense. Anyway, so
Hell yeah.
the reason why I chose this theme park ride
Mm-hmm.
is because they have, because this thing is like the centerpiece
Yeah.
of Harry Potter world. This thing
Yeah.
is located inside Hogwarts, the castle.
Oh wow.
And don't you remember it? You were there too.
I was.
Yeah, you were.
That's why I'm excited. Sorry, my tonality didn't reflect it. Let me rephrase that. Wow!
No,
There we go.
Yeah.
That's better.
So I don't really count the ride as just necessarily the ride. I also count the Hogwarts
Yeah,
walkthrough itself.
I agree.
Because
That's a big part of it.
indeed, it. I like what they did here. Okay, it's a gigantic line. Everyone wants to go and do this thing, but they have a lot of like Hogwarts type of stuff in there. You get to see the money changers. I think that was in there.
Yeah.
You get to see Hogwarts itself. You get to see Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Like,
Yep.
which is like back when I guess Order of the Phoenix was being shot, because
Oh yeah.
Harry had the short hair. He didn't have the
The
long hair.
flow, the flow, the Potter flow.
He didn't have the mullets. That was post mullets.
You know what I'd call mullet Potter? Radical Radcliffe.
Yeah, the Radical Radcliffe was.
I liked it. I like that.
It
That's
was
good.
post Radical Radcliffe.
Radical Radcliffe, man.
Yeah, he probably liked that. Actually, Daniel Radcliffe, he's a pretty good guy.
Seems pretty cool.
He is. Anyway, it's also like, why would you think? Oh, well, maybe this is when they shot the Half-Blood Prince. You can tell from Hermione because she doesn't seem as old as she looks in Half-Blood Prince. She looks young enough in
Still looks like she's
Order of the
like in
Phoenix.
high school or something.
Like in Order of the Phoenix, not
Right.
Half-Blood Prince. Yeah, she still looks hot. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Holy crap.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, yeah,
Of
but
course.
anywho, they yeah. So honestly, the technology in the walkthrough of Hogwarts is miraculous. I mean,
It's pretty
holy
neat.
crap.
I like how they implemented it.
Yeah, they have the moving pictures.
Yeah, which represents what is in both the books and the movies, and that is a good testament to their design work and
Yeah.
how brilliant it is
Yeah,
to me.
this is like I would say this rivals Disney and their Imagineers and all that. Like normally, like everything else.
Yeah, yeah. In some ways, I'd even say it's better,
Yeah,
considering I've been there.
because and although I've like researched Disney World to death, but
Huh.
I would say it really incorporates you into the world, and it
Yeah, it does.
like you see some people talking, you see shadows of people talking,
Yup. Yup.
and the paintings actually look like they came out of the movie. It's like literally you
Right.
stepped into the world of Harry Potter.
That is the goal, and they had the rights to that stuff, that footage anyway, so
And I
might as well put it to good use.
Well, not especially. Warner
Oh, really?
Warner Bros. Owns Harry Potter, and
Well,
Universal
yeah.
doesn't. But they
No, they got it somehow.
they did right issues, but they got
Ah,
it, and
Good
they
point. Good
like
point.
they look implemented to the highest of standards. Harry Potter, like Hogwarts on the outside, looks exactly like Hogwarts in the movies. I mean, holy crap! That
Yeah.
it's the attention to detail that's simply like beautiful and amazing. Like
Oh, yeah.
also, it's not just, Harry, Hermione, and all that on a screen. It looks like they're actually like standing up and talking to you guys.
Yeah.
That is just amazing. I was blown out of my mind. Like, are they actually there? How do they do that? You know?
Really. You were blown out of your mind, huh?
I was. It was fantastic.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Wowzers, man.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Beautiful artistic work right there.
Yeah, that's like a total wowzers, man.
Yeah, and there's what are those things called, that those robots that were there?
Robots. What, animatronics? Is that
Anima
what you're...
there, yep,
Okay.
animatronics. There it is. I forgot the word
Well,
for it.
there you go.
Indeed.
Animatronics.
And
You got it.
the animatronics, my gosh. Holy crap. This this rivals Disney. This is like up to Disneyland standards.
And world.
And World and Paris and Tokyo and
And
everything else.
even the abandoned Hong Kong one.
No, Hong Kong's making a comeback, but
Oh, yeah, oh, good.
yeah, Hong Kong's like still around. They're trying to make a comeback, so
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they're closed. But anyway,
Oh, good. That's good to know.
indeed, even though they're making Shanghai Disney,
Ah,
which is to China, whatever. It's not Disney World
you're right.
reviews. This is
That's beside the
it's
point.
a theme park. This is like a Universal theme park review. Anyway,
Yeah.
so the attention to detail is miraculous.
Yes.
It seems like you are actually in Hogwarts.
It does. You're
It,
right. It really
it's
does.
it's an incredibly long line, but you don't care because you get to see all this awesome attention to detail.
Yeah.
It's simply wonderful. Now the ride itself, you feel like you're on a one of the you feel like you're on a magical ride through Hogwarts and all that, you know?
I felt like I was on a Nimbus 2000.
Yeah, you get to
If that's, I think that's what it was called.
you get to be swayed back and forth. You're like thrown places. I was scared at my wits.
Oh, I don't remember you making the Trump China face too much on that ride, but
Yeah, it wasn't. It was surprising enough. It wasn't that bad. It was more like a smooth ride. I just got like the face when I was thrown places.
yeah, I could see that. You don't have control over your movements.
Yeah,
China, here we come.
China. Anywho, you get to fly with Harry
You do. That's
in
pretty sick.
through like Hogwarts and all that. It kind of implements the same technology as like Jimmy Fallon's race through New York City ride.
Mm, I
Although
think
this is like a lot
nah.
better. This is a better
It
version.
kind of does. It does.
Like
It's like,
you're on a screen and they are like flying you all over the place.
so imagine, like you said, like with the Jimmy Fallon ride, it's like your traditional 4D movie experience, but with the Harry Potter ride here, it's not just in a chair that, moves around. It's actually a ride that follows like a track,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant.
and it kind of doesn't go completely upside down, but it definitely has a thrill element to it,
Yeah.
which makes it a lot more enjoyable than, a 4D movie type of thing.
Yeah, this is my first ride. This was actually my first ride that implemented this kind of technology and all that, which
And I don't, the Spider-Man ride's kind of the same to me. It's the
oh
similar
wait,
technology, to be totally
my
fair.
actually my apologies. The Spider-Man ride was my first time on that ride using that
But
technology. But Harry Potter like took that. It's basically Spider-Man 2.0 because
yeah,
like
pretty
you
much.
like you fly through every part of Hogwarts with Harry. You get to talk with Hermione and all that. You talk to Ron Weasley and all that, and it's just miraculous. This whole ride is just awesome.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It is. I mean, the only thing, I guess the only thing was like, I don't know if this was part of the ride. If I had to nitpick this thing,
Huh.
like really dive into the nook and crannies of this thing,
Yeah.
I don't know if this was part of the ride, but my legs were
hmm
like freezing.
Yeah, it
It
was a
was
little chilly in
it
there.
was like during the summer and all that, and when you were in the Hogwarts ride, like flying through with Harry, it was like cold. I don't know
You're
if that
right.
was
It was kind of cold, wasn't it?
yeah, I don't know if that was because of it being in England and you're in the sky and they're trying to make it cold
Huh.
so you're
I don't
like
think
actually
that was on purpose.
mm,
It could have been. I didn't really notice that
yeah,
though.
maybe I don't know. I felt it. It was like freezing my
Hmm.
legs off. Anyway,
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, that's it. That's the only thing. I think the Sorting
Huh.
Hat was even in there too. Like not in the movie,
It
but
might
like
have been.
on the way over to the movie. Like I swear that was the best like wait in the line I have ever experienced in my life.
It
It was
is. It is.
is simply spectacular. It is wonderful. I highly highly suggest you guys go out and see this for yourselves.
Yes.
I
Most definitely.
don't make any promises or like take this to as chiseled in stone, but I
Yeah.
can swear that they used props from the movies and put it
Really.
into this theme park. I wouldn't be
Really.
surprised if they did that.
Hmm.
And I'm sure that they built stuff like the Sorting Hats because that I'm sure that was totally CGI. But
Oh yeah.
like the movements was totally CGI's. But I'm pretty sure like some things they made were from the movies,
Really.
like the elf banker and all that. I thought that was
Oh yeah, and Gringotts. Although that was a different ride, but yeah.
yeah. Honestly, when we got to the banker elf, like that scared me because they were like
In
interacting.
Gringotts. Yeah.
Yeah, they were like implement like it was like talking to people and all that, and I just thought it was just like
I thought that
just
was pretty cool. That
moving
was a
around.
nice touch.
Yeah, it's like moving. I thought it would just move around doing money and all that, but no, they talk to people,
Yep.
which was hilarious, and
It
it was
was.
it was
It
great. It
was.
was a great addition. It's the attention to detail on this ride is simply
Yes.
spectacular. I'm gonna give this a I'm gonna give this a 9.9 out of 10.
Really.
Indeed. What is
Think
your
I
what is your
think
grade?
I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Why a 9 out of 10?
Well, it's a great ride. It kind of feels a little bit like there's something left to be desired, and I can't quite put my finger on what it is, but it's a good ride and all, but I don't know, there's just something missing. I don't know what it is. It just
Yeah.
seems like I was expecting it to be maybe a little bit more thrilling or maybe a little bit longer than the ride was, but I mean, it's a good experience. Great ride. One of the best at the park. Not my
Absolutely.
number one favorite, but you know, still a good experience. It's worth going to by far.
Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily understand what's missing, but I respect
See,
your
I
opinion.
don't
But
either. I don't either.
yeah, I mean, they
But
literally have
something is
everything Hogwarts wise in this
well,
thing.
yeah.
I
It's
don't.
not necessarily,
Maybe you were like,
something from a film element or from the universe per
yeah. I
se.
think
It's
it's
more of a technical thing that's missing.
yeah. I guess it's like you went through all this wait, all to just I
It
guess watch
seems
a
like
movie. I could
they
see now. I can see kind of why you would.
it's a little bit of that. Yeah, that plus, I kind of wish there was less of the stopping and watching the footage and more of the actual like moving around and more animatronics and stuff.
Yeah, I can agree with that, but I don't know. This ride
Still,
is still
that's why
very
it's oh yeah, it's great. That's why it's a 9
yeah.
and not like a 5 or something.
Actually, I'll lower my grade. I was kind of like gushing about this, but maybe like a
Oh, really?
9.6 out of 10. I think that's a better
Okay,
grade there.
fair enough.
Indeed, that's Harry Potter: The Ride, Forbidden Journey. Harry Potter and the Forbidden
Yup.
Journey, not Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
The Cursed Child.
That show is cursed. Holy crap. Anyway,
Huh.
eh,
Oh boy.
J.K. Rowling, she just went off a cannon, I guess. Anyway,
I guess so.
whatever. We're not talking about that play. We'll talk about that play later. Anyway,
Another time.
another time, not in this podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, great ride. There are plenty more rides in the wizarding world of Harry Potter. We will
Yes.
be diving into that, hopefully, some other times, other podcasts, and
Right.
other theme park reviews. Now, we are going to talk about Memopolis.
Memopolis.
This is the segment where we talk about memes of the day or memes of the past, possibly
This is the
memes
most-
of the future.
Meme-tastic part of the podcast. Nya, nya. There's a meme reference already.
Yeah, yeah. But don't worry, we already went through that.
We did.
We didn't.
Why don't you introduce the meme for today's episode?
We were talking about MLG videos, I guess, which is like Thomas the
Oh,
Tank
man.
Engine. Like riffing,
Well, not
like
specifically that,
like
but
a rap, like singing like a rap.
that's just an example. But yeah, it's kind of that.
So,
Oh.
since you picked it, do you know the history behind MLG videos?
Not, extensively.
Hendry, I'm
So-
sure that you have something.
I do actually.
Oh, good. I knew you had something in you.
I bet you did. So, yeah, emoji videos, or montages, as they're also known. It's one of those things that really caters towards the gaming community for both PC and console gaming, but more for like modern stuff, not retro gaming. Anyway, it really it's kind of a thing where you poke fun at this gaming stereotypes with like a Mountain Dew drinking, which that's a decent soft drink. It's my favorite and yours as well, I'm guessing. So
Yeah.
it's
Especially
got
Code Red.
a lot of that, got a lot of the mentions of kids being like, oh yeah, baby, I got it, that kind of thing. A famous one that you hear is a, "Oh baby, a triple! Oh yeah!" And then there's a, "Oh, oh, mom, get the camera, mommy, mommy." That's another funny one. Uh, a lot of references to weed for some reason. That one I don't quite get, but it's still funny. A lot of dancing Snoop Dogg where it's like, "Smoke weed every day, hey, ba da 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 da." That's in there a lot, and a lot of let's see, another big thing is the air horn. The that's in there a lot. We've got the X-Files theme song. They usually mention, Illuminati confirmed as a part of it. We got a lot of dubstep in there, that good stuff. And usually what they do is they take all that and they put other already existing memes and they kind of combine them and put them on top of something like Thomas the Tank Engine, for example. I think that's one of the better done ones. And you see like a video where Thomas is like falling into the creek or something, and they're like, "Oh!" 360 no scope, and you see like the sniper rifle from Call of Duty come in there.
Basically, frat brothers just
I
overreacting
would
to everything.
not really frat brothers, just that. Nah, I don't think those are fraternity brothers, but yeah, that they got that clip where they're all like, "Oh!" I know what you're talking about.
Just a mashup of memes.
And
In
MLG in itself stands for Major League Gaming, actually, which is an esports thing, gaining popularity, and
among frat brothers, no less.
somewhat. I still don't think it's all fraternity brothers, but I guess that's up for debate.
Well, no, it's not necessarily all frat brothers, but
Could be a thing. So looks like the earliest example of this stuff was in as early as September 2010, and one of the earliest known montage parody videos that is documented appears to be in March 2011 of something about World of Warcraft, and I don't think I've ever seen this video, but it's got all the fun bits, and someone went as far as making an MLG Pro game that we played before. You remember that one, Chief?
Wait, which one?
There's a PC game where it's like 420 Blaze It Game of the Year.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's one of my favorite games.
That's what that's this. That's what that's about. That's part of this whole thing.
This
and
revolution.
You got
among memes.
You've got Sporterman at the end, and you have the final boss is Shrek. They always have get Shrek. What are you doing in my swamp? What? That's in there.
Onions have layers. Get out of my swamp. Onions
Get
have
out
layers.
of me swamp.
Get out of my swamp.
Fiona, the ogre, and all that good stuff. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I think you have to know more about modern PC gaming to appreciate it more, but I still think it's hilarious. You got the fucker right in the pussy. That guy's in there. We got Bow. Eddie Wally, rip to him. And Snoop Dogg. We got the trippy frog that moves his head back and forth. I don't remember what that one is. And we got Sonic, which is a very crappily drawn version of Sonic with some ear rape levels of the Green Hill Zone song in the background. And yeah, Doritos are in there also, and shit, it's good stuff. Check it out, especially if you're a gamer. You'll laugh very hard if you haven't seen this before.
Indeed. I fully support this that game as well. So
Yeah,
it's like one of my favorite games of all time.
yeah, it's pretty
It's
funny,
hilarious.
especially the end when you have Spoderman at the end. Oh, wait, please stop. It is Spoderman or whatever.
Indeed.
And we will probably cover Spoderman in another video, I'm sure, because I could go into Spoderman in a whole video of its own, but
Oh yeah.
I think that's about it really for the MLG videos. It's kind of hard to explain. I feel like I explained it the best I could, but
Yeah. I mean,
you have to look it up to really
I really don't
enjoy
know.
it.
I really don't know a whole lot about it. That's why I didn't chime in as much. But
Yeah, I figured as much.
like all I know is the Crunk Thomas the Tank Engine song, like dun 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 dun. That
Oh yeah,
thing.
you gotta
And I guess the
Thomas. What is it?
and
It's
the
like I forgot the name of that one. It's
yeah, and the Doritos like MLG game, which is
yeah,
hilarious. Like that's the only two things I really know about this
like
movement of memes.
if you really want a good example, look up MLG Thomas. I think there's a Caillou one as well. That's pretty funny.
Oh, there is one. I forgot about that one. Yeah, those are the three things I know about this movement.
And there's just if you look up MLG anything, you'll probably find it. It's so popular.
Indeed.
But
Especially
definitely
among gamers.
MLG Thomas is one of my favorites. You know, pew 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 pew. Smoke weed every pew 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 pew. You know that kind of thing.
Indeed. And now that's it for
So that concludes
Memopolis.
Memopolis. Let us know what you think of MLG videos.
In the comments down below.
Yes. And now, what's next, Chief?
Let me think. I am going through the list.
Bruh.
Son, we've gone through so much.
Yeah?
We've gone through uh best and worst lists. We went through WhatsApp with that.
That was the beginning. Oh, this was normally this is when we do the recommendations part, but there was something else
Oh
you
wait,
wanted to
no.
add,
No. There was a Okay, I figured it out. We're going to
right?
Yeah, we're going to do recommendations for yeah. And then after that's the new thing. Okay, I figured
Okay,
it out.
cool.
We're
Cool.
I totally forgot. See,
No, you're good.
we're still in the runnings, even though we're like 10 episodes in. We're kind of like, or a little bit less than 10 episodes. We're still trying to get it all taken care of. So, all right. So, recommendations. This is where we go in and talk about recommendations that might be underrated or something we really want to talk about that isn't necessarily our favorite or the least favorite. So,
Yeah.
Hendry, let's talk about yours. What is a underrated or a department store that you really want to talk about?
Ah, okay. An underrated,
Not necessarily underrated, but
just
something
one.
one
Yeah.
that you want to talk about.
I'm gonna have to go with, let's see. How about, good question. Let's go with, Harbor Freight Tools. There we go.
Harbor Freight Tools. I have never heard of this.
And there's one in Gainesville.
Ah, interesting.
So, for those of you that don't know, Harbor Freight Tools is a good place for people who want to buy, any kind of tools, for whatever job you're trying to get done, except for like they don't have like, you know, sophisticated like electronics repair technician stuff. It's, more like screwdrivers and wrenches and power tools, that kind of stuff. Um, so, you could go to Lowe's or Home Depot and buy tools there, but if you go to Harbor Freight, you can get tools for a lot less, and they usually always have some kind of special deal going on. And the only downside is that the quality of the tools is maybe not as good, but it's one of those things where, if you don't need like a professional grade socket wrench set that you're going to use like every single day and you need to last for a long time, you could get by with something from Harbor Freight and it's going to work fine. And I've got some tools from Harbor Freight and I've used them on a lot of jobs. So, I
Well,
they're good. Check the place out. If you need any tools, hit up Harbor Freight.
well, indeed. Harbor Freight.
Yes.
I'll probably check them out because I have no idea what you're talking about. But hopefully you gave a good description that I might want to check this out because I have no
Well,
idea
thank you.
where it is in Gainesville.
It's off of Brownsbridge Road. You know where
Ah,
at least the one from our region, our homeland, is
the homeland.
in Gainesville.
Osia Russia, dormiadu,
Oh,
Masiadu,
yeah, blah, blah, blah,
Mandidadu,
blah,
the
whatever.
motherland, the Russia, Mother
The
Russia.
Ruskies. Anyway,
Anywho, yeah,
yeah, it's trying to think where
and it's
I
not
can.
racist because I'm Russian, so yeah.
Well, thank you.
Anywho, so
So yeah, it's over where it's close to. I think there's a Captain D's over. The Panda Express that they opened in
uh,
Gainesville. It's over there. I
oh,
forgot about that place. Yeah, it's
oh,
in that area.
okay then, I'll check that out. Now onward
Got
to
it.
recommendations for country music. Now I've gone through this over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I there's a lot of country music that is kind of underrated in my opinion. But I
Really?
think the most underrated song
Mm-hmm.
is Jesus Take the Wheel by Carrie Underwood.
Huh.
Now this is kind of has a somewhat of a following. Like some people listen to this, I know.
Yeah.
And it's been yeah. It even has its own saying like Jesus Take the Wheel, but it's used for like sex in a car or something. But
Oh boy. Huh.
however, this song is truly like amazing. I consider this to be the best Christian like song ever written and ever performed because I don't know. She just Carrie Underwood, no matter what she sings, even if it sucks, she
Yeah.
like belts it out and like sings it to like the greatest level you can ever
Yeah.
imagine. Like she's one
Yeah.
of the greatest. I consider her to be like almost at least top three best country singers of all time because she could sing.
Yeah.
She could sing anything. She could
Yeah,
sing
she is
pop.
pretty good.
She could sing rock. She could sing pretty much anything
Oh yeah.
because she's got that voice that kind of like elevates it to like 11, kind of like Celine Dion, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
And this song has one of the most heartfelt stories I've
Mm-hmm.
ever heard in a country song where like
You're right.
a car like skids off a road and she like this mother like prays to God to like help her like survive and her kid to survive and they do survive and then she just praises God and all that.
Well, that's good.
It's got a good message in it.
It does, and the lyrics are like brilliant. Like and the way it's sung and like the music itself, it's not like overly catchy like Achy Breaky Heart.
Huh.
I would say it's probably a little too cookie cutter
Yeah.
because you get the like the music kind of implements like you know when the chorus is going to happen, you know when the other parts of the song is going to happen, and the other parts of the song are kind of short. I like to see a little bit longer or something. And yeah, the chorus is a little too long for my opinion, but it's like this is like nitpicks, I guess. Like in order to like I don't know, make this song different than it already is. As it is, it's a fantastic song. It's probably the best Christian song I've ever heard in my life. And yeah, it's a highly recommend. It's on Apple Music. It's
Hmm.
on Spotify.
Okay.
I own the song on Google Play,
There you go.
and I don't know, it's everywhere. It's Carrie Underwood, so
Yeah.
it's on one of her like most famous albums.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on let's see, 2000s country song. Yeah, I know that. Where's the album is Blown Away. It's
Hmm.
one of her like prize winning albums, I would say. So,
Huh.
highly recommend. Go after that, sucker.
Okay. I'll go after that sucker then.
Indeed. Anywho, now it's time for a new segment because I've been getting a lot of weird comments from
Oh
weird
yeah.
people, which I'm thankful for that people are actually watching the videos. However, there's some comments that are pretty funny, and we're gonna call this comment commentators,
Commentators. Okay.
commitators, something like that.
Commentators. Sure.
Like competitors, comments, commitators, something
All
like that.
right. It's creative. I like it.
Something like that. I don't know. Working title.
Yes.
Anyway, I got this. Um, I I got this comment from on our MLB like a MLB Men in Black Alien Attack review and
Oh
analysis.
really?
Yes, this
Hmm.
guy Tank Carts 150. His not icon, but his profile picture is some kind of Greek statue with lines in the background. I don't even know. Anyway, he submitted four, not one, not two, but four comments about Men in Black Alien Attack The
Oh
Ride.
boy.
This
Oh boy.
this kid, okay, he's got he or she, I don't know, has got a vendetta to like trash our review of Men in Black Alien Attack.
Yeah.
I guess he or she loves this ride just so darn much.
Huh.
I'm gonna read this whole thing,
Oh boy. Here it
and
comes.
we can commentate it. Stop me at any time and commentate on it. But here we go. Here's the first. Here's the first one. That's like 3 paragraphs. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Okay, this ride opened in 2000, not the late 90s. Well, that okay,
Hmm.
if you want to go off of that. Technically, I don't know, they were building in the late 90s, so it's technically a late 90s ride, so whatever.
Hmm.
Sorry that we didn't whatever.
Huh.
Unfortunately, Universal's maintenance sucks, resulting in a number of effects not working slash enabled for years. There are bugs that are supposed to drop down from the ceiling, but now they're stuck like Disco Yeti. And once you get eaten by the bug, a lot of fog is supposed to be inside and water squirts at you. But unfortunately, not much happens anymore. I was hoping back in 2012 that MIB would get a Spider-Man style refurb. Maybe it will before the new park opens? Question mark.
New park.
I think there's a new park opening in Tokyo, I think.
Oh yeah,
Or
yeah.
there's another park opening somewhere in the world. I don't remember where, but I think it's in Tokyo. Or maybe Tokyo already opened. I don't know. There may be a lack of lines, but this ride has an extremely high capacity, 2,000 persons per hour. It's what it's what the industry calls a people eater, quote unquote. Smiley face
People eater.
emoji.
Huh.
Yeah. Did you watch the Doofus and Do Right video in the weapons room? You zap at aliens, but the aliens shoot back, causing your vehicle to spin. Also, during the tunnel scene, there's a scanner that reveals alien scum is on board the opposite car. You
I will
need
admit that is cool. I remember that. I don't know if we talked about that, but yeah,
I
that is in there.
I don't remember that, but you need to aim for the fusion exhaust ports, the red circle. It will cause the other car to spin, allowing your team more time to collect points. It's worth a lot.
Huh. I
20
didn't know that.
It's worth a lot. 25,000 points. Smiley face.
I'll have to remember that. This guy, I like this guy so far.
Well, so far. Did you push
Ah,
the red button at the end, winky face?
I no, no.
No, I didn't even know that existed.
That
So,
sounds familiar. I don't remember what it does though.
yeah, I mean, I can detest that this ride, I guess, is run down, but I don't know. Fix it, Universal. You've
It
got
didn't
money.
even. I didn't think it was in that bad a shape. It was just
Yeah,
a little dated feeling.
yeah. And this was like designed and made during the late 90s, so it's a late 90s ride. So,
It's got that
whatever.
cultural feel, at least.
Yeah, it's in it opened in 2000, so technically it was the 90s anyway. So, yeah,
Kind of,
tank
yeah.
carts 150.
Hmm.
Here's the second one. Oh my gosh. This kid. Have you
Oh,
been on Fast and Furious question mark? That
no,
ride that ride is legitimately awful and shitty.
that's what I've heard.
This not at all. But I'm biased because MIB is my favorite ride at all of Universal.
Huh.
Like there's a face with sunglasses on it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, sorry we trashed on your favorite ride, but I mean we hated it, so
I didn't. I think you hated it.
I hated it.
I liked it all right. I don't hate that ride. It's not my favorite, but it's not my least favorite either.
Can you review Fast and Furious Supercharge and Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon? Oh, we got
Well,
our first request. That's good.
we can review. We can definitely review Jimmy Fallon,
Yeah,
but
because we were on it.
We unfortunately did not ride the Fast and Furious one, so that
Yeah,
one we can't do just yet.
yeah. That'll be made up. Our minds will be made up at the end when the Hendry makes his theme park review recommendation, I guess,
Sure, sure.
for next podcast. The third one.
Okay.
My gosh, This
Oh
this
boy.
this kid. Four
Yeah.
four comments. Also, the immigration room was intended to feature numerous animatronics, but because of the budget for the animatronics in the ride itself were high, they were cut. I heard there's room to expand the immigration room and the queue in general, so maybe with a proper refurbishment, Universal can add more aliens to the queue and fix the bugs in the ride. No pun intended.
I like it. I like it.
And here's the last one. Finally, one line. Thank God. The ride takes place after the first movie, which is why Tommy Lee Jones, Agent K, and Linda Fiorentino, Agent L, do not reprise their roles. Okay, good enough, but this is a ride. This is not. Why is this taking place after the first movie? Why can't you just have it like in the middle of the second movie, or the middle of the first movie? What?
I don't know.
I don't know. This is
It's
so.
kind of, I guess it's like the Iron Man pinball machine,
I guess.
where I remember you said it was heavily based on the second movie, but they didn't call it Iron Man 2, and that bothered you for some reason.
It did, because it was like Iron Man 2, but
I
it
guess
wasn't
it's
Iron Man.
it,
was
it's
Iron Man
kind of like that, maybe, in a way.
I guess. I don't know. Well, 10 carts, 150. I'm sorry we just like completely botched your ride there.
Well, to me, it sounds like he's just stating his opinion,
He
which I
is
respect.
he is saying his opinion.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
I appreciate his input. That's some good feedback, and that's what we like.
Yeah,
At least that's what I like.
yeah. I guess thank you for the feedback. I just wish
And the request.
and the requests. I just wish you just kept it to one
Huh. Huh.
one comment instead of four in this like
Yeah.
the same like 10-minute span.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so thank you for that. And we'll try to appease your I guess goals, I guess, without compromising our integrity or our opinions or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's it for this episode of D Podcast, and that's it for that segment of
D podcast.
commentators.
Yes.
Trust me, there's a lot more, and I think he gave us a dislike. So yeah,
Well, that's
Screw-
unfortunate.
it is. Screw you for the dislike, but thank you for the comments. Anywho, so what? Since I did the first WhatsApp with that, Hendry, it's your turn. Which app would you like to review for next episode?
Which app? Yes, so for the next episode, the app that we're going to look at for WhatsApp with that is the Torque app.
Why the Torque app?
Yes.
What is this app? Give us a sneak preview.
So this app allows you to communicate with your car or with your car's engine computer.
Ah, okay. Well,
So-
that's it for that.
You can use the Bluetooth or Wi-Fi enabled module that you plug into the OBD2 port, and you can look at the check engine light if you want and see what that's about. But
okay.
We'll go into that in the next episode, though.
Indeed. We'll talk about the engineering aspect of it as well. The Torque app.
Yes.
You want to download that and look at that, or look at things online for it before we start? Hey, go ahead. You do that.
You got it.
Anywho, for a best and worst segment, what best and worst segment do you want
to do.
Let's see here. I'm gonna go with the best and worst Nintendo gaming consoles.
Okay, that's good. Since it'll be Thanksgiving probably by the time we record that episode, I'm gonna do best and worst Thanksgiving Day dishes
All right, cool.
because there are a lot,
That's
and
true.
we will be discussing a lot of them.
I bet we will.
Yes, we will. It'll be the Thanksgiving D podcast.
Yes, it will.
So for the ride, since I picked Harry Potter, what which one do you want to do? You
For the ride, let's go with
do we want to and take this in mind? We actually have a
yeah,
we
yep.
actually have a
To honor
recommendation.
our request, let's go with the Jimmy Fallon ride.
Indeed, we'll trash that, or at least I'll trash that.
Huh.
And yeah, all right. Well, our first recommendation. Thank you,
Thank you again.
thank you.
And now
that guy.
I'm gonna have a recommendation for the YouTube channel review.
But before we do that, let's talk about memes first. Memeopolis.
Sure, let's do that then. I'll let you pick the meme this time.
Indeed. We will be doing something that's trending right now.
Mm-hmm.
Something that one of these, like, I was in an English class and this one girl decided to do her entire paper on this one
Really?
meme.
Oh boy.
Okay, boomer.
Huh, I think I've heard of that.
Oh, it's hilarious. I guess it's now
Can't wait.
I guess it's now technically a slur. I've heard from some people that it's a slur now, so we'll be slurring
Really?
okay, boomer
All
in
right.
that podcast. So if you're sensitive to that, I highly suggest you get off of
Oh,
that
boy.
episode because we will
Oh,
be
boy.
talking a lot about okay, boomer.
Ah.
Now for YouTube channels, Hendry.
Let's go with the Scotty Kilmer channel. Is that...
Scotty Kilmer?
Yes.
Who's that?
He's also in the duh car realm, but
Oh,
it's not gonna be boring for you. I think you'll actually get some enjoyment out of it because of the way that he does his videos. They're funny.
okay. Well,
And they're some of them are a bit controversial. There's a big rivalry going on for a little bit there between him and another person, so we'll talk about that on the next episode.
indeed, we will. So if you guys want to get a head start on that, watch the first video and then watch his most recent video as of that recording, which will be the Tuesday of Thanksgiving break.
Yes.
And
I think that about wraps it up.
I think it is because comments is gonna be this is a surprise, I guess. So here's, as of now, I'm going to start implementing this new like schedule for this podcast because there's a lot there's a lot of stuff that we're talking about. Like I keep on getting these great ideas for stuff. And
Yeah, you do.
I don't know. I think it's been fun. What do you think?
Yeah, it's been a good experience for the most part.
For the most part,
Yeah.
he doesn't like the overabundance of stuff.
No, he doesn't. If I'm being totally honest.
Yeah. So, however, I think it gives it more structure and dives into it's like little mini reviews, but just put into like a huge podcast. So
Fair enough.
this is what I'm gonna try for next podcast.
Alrighty.
first we're going to have the introduction again, like talk about what we've been doing or whatever.
Yeah.
We're going to implement, like, first we're going to do what's up with that, that thing. Then we're going to do the first best and worst segment. That'll be I don't know. That'll either be the best of each thing or the worst,
Yeah.
like the best of each thing, or like one thing where it's the best and worst.
Hmm.
Then
Okay.
we'll do YouTube reviews.
All right.
Then we'll do the second best and worst. And that'll be either the worst of each thing or the other guy's best and worst segment. I don't know about that yet.
We'll find out soon, though.
We'll find out in the next episode.
Yes.
Then we will have theme park rides, Memopolis, recommendations, and commentators.
Right.
That'll be the schedule as stated by Slam.
As stated by Slam and not Skits.
And not Skits. Skits is just on there for the ride.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. When he's not, you can hear it.
Oh, yes.
This kid's never on anything, honestly.
D truck?
Yeah. Anywho. So, yeah. That is it's for a D podcast, episode 8.
You got
I
it.
think this is episode 8. I don't even know anymore. So
7 or 8. Look
we
at
already,
the title.
Yeah, we already did 7, so I think this is 8. So
Well, there you go.
look out for more things coming very soon to a theater near you.
That's right.
We will be more book. I'm gonna finally do a book review.
Okay.
I'm finally gonna just start doing like maybe a monthly book club or anything, something like that. More
Sure.
TV episode reviews and more movie reviews. Probably gonna get back on the Disney animated market
All right.
series that I've
Cool.
done
Cool.
because now I have Disney Plus and I can watch them all. Just
That's
at
right.
once.
That's true. You can.
Legally now.
Even better.
Yes. So with that, I'm Slam, and this is
And I'm Skits. We'll see you on the next episode of D Podcast, yes?
D podcast, yes, and that is the end, or is it? Dun 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 dun.
To be continued.
To a
Take it
theater
easy,
near you.
ladies and gentlemen. See you next time. Bye-bye.